Hello and welcome to the fan cams. After the Blues lose the final game of the regular season in the last seconds, we're here again. It was 11 goals, 8, 74. To St Kilda, 11 goals, 10, 76. More pain, more heartbreak. I'm sure the missed opportunities, not only today, but for the entire season, will be spoken about tonight. And this is going to be a fascinating watch because we're going to sit here, talk about the game, unpack it. Would love for anyone that wants to come on and share their thoughts on today to share their thoughts. And then we're going to sit here, biscuit-assed, watching and hoping that Port Adelaide can beat the Dockers. I don't even know what to think of that, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, it's a torturous session talking about that game and then sitting here sort of hoping, maybe delaying the inevitable. But we're going to cover it all. So let's go for it. Rowdy.
Terry. Look, what a great effort with the team that we had. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be really honest. And I've lost my voice probably from the umpires, but that aside, we had a chance to win the game. So put that aside. But that team that we had on the park and what they did, look, I'll be honest. I didn't think we were going to win from the beginning. I just thought it was probably just a bit too deep, these injuries, and probably these guys haven't had enough exposure. But bloody hell, they gave it a crack. And look, yeah, it hurts because it's 2 out of 3 years this has happened, and you sort of wonder, what if? But I think, yeah, it's one of those ones. I think we will. It'll sit in the guts again, and but what a great effort from the young guys. I was so wrapped for blokes like Moyer, Lord, and Binns. Oh my God, what a game! What a game! I mean, they weren't superstars, but geez, they did their role. They just did their role, and yeah, we'll rue the opportunity. The missed chances, 10 points to go up in, with 2 minutes to go. But yeah, I mean,
Makes you
valiant.
wonder, doesn't it? Makes you wonder how you have that team today that plays with that sort of spirit today, and you have all your players in the team. We were healthy. I don't think anyone here is going to use injuries as an excuse because we battled through the injuries early in the year, and then we got healthy, and then we just lost focus. Even just 5% makes a difference.
It does, and it's the game. The game is played in inches, in centimeters, and we'll reflect on particular games, moments in games. That's probably for next week, the week after. If I mean, it's a close game in Perth at the moment, 5 points, but it'd be good just to be sitting here knowing that you're in finals, but not the case. So our hopes are pinned on another team's fortunes, I guess. So, yeah, look, it stings. It's going to sting for us. But what do you do? What do you do? I mean, that's why we're here. We'll all reflect and have our own opinions. There'll be some anger. There'll be some optimism. There'll be a whole lot of different emotions. But it still hurts, regardless of what people think or feel. I'm not sitting here jumping for joy or anything. It's just sitting inside my guts at the moment. So I was cheering like hell that we just get up, but it is what it is.
I thought when Brody Kemp took the mark, I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, same.
Perfect.
They
They dug
exactly
deep in
the
the
same.
fourth. They emptied the tank, and then you're left thinking about those 2 set shots in the first quarter, Durden and Kennedy, and then all of a sudden it's like, mate, we've done this. 2022 was the year of making sure that you don't, waste your opportunities. And
Yeah, and I actually thought, I thought our mids lifted in that last quarter. I think a lot of the team lifted in that last quarter, which is great. They found something, and they needed to find something, and it felt like we were going to just run over the top of them, but the finishing just wasn't there, and probably a bit of the story of our year, to be honest. I don't know if the finishing's been there for most of the, even with Charlie and Harry, as much as we would have loved to have had them there today, but I guess that's probably something we got to think about over the preseason. But yeah, look, I think there'll be a time to reflect. But yeah, this one just sits there. I don't know. Don't know what to think.
it's tough. It's so weird to be. It's almost like you want to know if your season's dead or alive now, not
No, I know.
here and wait. I've just seen Lear's gotten injured for Port. It's Freo by 5 points at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. And Port are about to shoot for goal to hit the front. So
they're going to go ahead. True, 50.
Yeah. So yeah, look, that's the thing. We'll be doing these you'll be doing these fan cams, getting score checks, and
It's one of the weirdest situations we've had here. Like one of the weirdest things I've ever experienced is right now. Like I'm devastated, but like still a little bit of hope, even though it's the one situation you don't want to be in. You just know this game's going down to the wire because that's just the way it's going to go.
Hey, quick question. What was the crowd like when Moya kicked that goal? Oh,
why was there the sub? Can someone explain to me?
I know. And that I was thinking about that and thinking, could he have come on earlier? Could we have brought him on to give us a spark? Because they're just the entries into the forward 50 weren't. And I tell you what, he's just got something about him, that kid. He's got that mercurialism, and he gets near the ball, he does something with it.
He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the moment.
No, in fact, he embraces it. So, yeah. To be honest, I'd watched a few games and I wasn't sure about him. And, you watch him in the VFL and he comes in and, he's got something. He's got X factor. Yeah, look, I really hope he gets a chance, hopefully in 2 weeks' time.
Hopefully.
I wouldn't drop him. If we get that opportunity. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, mate, hope this isn't the last time you're calling up on a fan cams.
Hope not.
It's a weird one. Thanks for coming on, and we'll chat to you soon.
Hang in there, Blue Baggers.
Absolutely, mate. See you later.
Okay, see ya.
Port in front, 6 goals 2, 38 to 5 goals 7, 37. We have a gift. Damien has gifted on the ball 10 Blue Abroad memberships for the YouTube channel. So if you are one of those 10, please be sure to send some love to Damien. Thank you, Damien. All right. My brother.
Yeah, mate. How you doing?
Fucking Jack Higgins. You just...
Been here before, though, haven't we?
You just can't script it. Maybe you can, actually. Sit near. Biscuit asked.
Fucking biscuit asked indeed, mate. Hey, biscuit asked indeed. I mean, is there a more fitting way to go out and lose that game than missing a set shot, a simple one, and that's it, isn't it? Like I said it on the watch along. You watch You watch Carlton's losses, albeit with the exception of the Sydney game, where, let's be honest, Sydney fucking battered us. But we always have that momentum, don't we? We always have that ability to get, even with all the injuries, when everyone's like, oh, injuries though, Pommy, injuries. Like, at the end of the day, they always put themselves in a fucking position, don't they? Honestly, always put themselves in the finish. A chance to do it. And every time you can see what's going to happen, don't you? We'll shank one, and then before you know it, it's slung shot off the back, and they've kicked a snag. And Clarkson says it all the time, doesn't he? The best form of pressure is goal pressure. You know, when Mitch Cleary goes 250 pressure acts, and he always goes, who cares? Pressure acts. Pressure acts don't mean anything. Scoreboard pressure does. And it's just monotonous, Terry, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's monotonous. It's monotonous. It's the same thing. And you know what? No doubt fucking Port will pull it out of the arse. They win a flag. We'll go into the off-season and everyone will be like, it's all right. We had lots of injuries. It's all good. It's all good. Do you know what I mean? Maybe next year. But you know what? There's not going to be a next year at one point in time. One point in time, there won't be a fucking next year. And there won't be a Russell to blame. And there won't be a fucking Kemp to blame. It'll be some other fucking prick. And we'll still be here, won't we, going, it's all right, though. Get better next time. Like, when's he going to... Like, Terry, honestly, when's he going to fucking end, man? Like, it's like Groundhog Day, but you don't get the privilege of punching that chubby cunt coming out of the fucking elevator.
Yep. Just literally...
Seventh oldest list in the league, Terry.
Pardon?
Like, when are they going to... Seventh oldest list in the league. Like, when are they going to fucking learn?
Yeah.
Like, before the injuries, they were fine. Only had to win one fucking game. And now we're sat here, biscuit-arsed, watching fucking two clubs that are named after where a fucking boat gets some sleep. Fuck me. We're literally watching the fucking boat camping derby here. Great.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though
honestly, I can't. Like, I know people are trying to cheer each other up, saying effort. No. Fuck me.
No, at some point, it's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Effort. Wow, wow, well done. You know when I hear sportsmen being rewarded for effort, it's like getting. I don't know if you have that trophy here. Like, we always give some dickhead the trophy, right? In the UK, you know, when someone just has an attendance record of 100%, that's what effort is. Well done, you fucking turned up. Brilliant, cracking, fantastic. You actually arrived at the Bravo, bravo. Like, what next? We're going to give out fucking awards for fucking breathing, are we? Like, set a standard, boys, man. Second, 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago.
Second.
So many games away. So many. So many, Terry. Like, the first four shots a goal. Like, who's our goal kicking coach? Christopher fucking Reeve. And when the game gets pressured, our defence line, the back line fucking coach has got to be Michael J. Fox. Because he's fucking shaky, mate. Ironically, like Michael J. Fox, pretty useful Carlton were in the 80s as well, like him. It's a fucking joke, Terry. And it's simple stuff. We're talking simple stuff here, Terry. We're talking... We didn't work out for 80 minutes of the game. We were playing midgets up forward. So we were kicking as if Harry was there.
Yeah. What do you make of that? How does that happen?
You know what it reeks of? It reeks of arrogance, self-importance. It reeks of fucking just a complete lack of identity. Do you know what I mean? And it seems to happen so many times. Our tails wag for 20 minutes. Tails wag. Tails wag, and we nearly pull it in. And that's probably a testament to how fucking scrappy and grindy these players are. But let's be honest, Terry. How far you can lie and you can cheat and you can make shit up to make yourself feel better if you want and go, oh, the rebuild resets when we get a new fucking player, a new coach. Well, these fuckers have been at it for a long time, Terry. They aren't wet behind the ears. Cripps has been in a few scraps. Wheatering's been in a few scraps. These boys have been there. Do you know what I mean? They've been there. Yeah. And his basic shit, like Binns, looks world class because he hasn't been infected yet with the need of let's just flood fucking contest with 1,000 people so we can handball to each other. Like, mate, it's simple shit. And we're here. And we deserve to be here. I'm not even upset. I was upset about the Collingwood game because I thought we were punching against above our weight. We deserve to be here. When you are second with 8 weeks to go and you find yourself here, you fucking deserve it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm hoping that we don't get the probablys. We probably lost our focus or we probably didn't take our opportunities. I'm hoping that this is yet another dagger in the story of the long, arduous process of this club maturing. Because belief turned into trust 8 weeks ago, whenever it was, after Geelong. And that was broken.
Yeah, they turn it round, don't they? They turn it round. They turn it round. That's what they do, don't they? It gets a little bit bad. Everyone gets a little bit upset. And then we come back from nothing. But then when the expectation there, when the door is finally ajar, these fuckers can't walk through an open door. Like, and it's a habit, Terry. Do you know what I mean? It's a habit. Like, there has to be some point in time that someone goes down that club, just slaps them all in the face, right? And goes, how many fucking chances do you want? How many fucking excuses can we give you? How much can we give until you fucking just put your head on the line and go, you know what? Maybe it's a little bit too tough. Maybe it's a little bit too tough. Because it's the same shit, Terry. Like, fuck me. You just know what's going to happen. Like, 1 minute 30 to go, do you know what I mean? And you know what makes me laugh is people are going to criticise Pitternet, but you know what? The textbook definition is bomb that down the wing, make it contest. But then you this, right? When you're taking that kick, Mark Pitternet hasn't taken a mark, right, since 1625, right? Do you know what I mean? Queen Elizabeth the fucking first was wandering around. So you've got to ask yourself the question, is it a smart fucking play to kick to that big dickhead who can't catch it? Probably isn't, but you do it anyway. But then you let the ball hit the deck and not one of you breaks your neck to try and fucking kill that ball. And then what happens on it? The ball comes back in and you know what's going to happen. The ball's going to bounce. And when the ball bounces, don't know if some of our boys have fucking been to Afghanistan during the time we tried to liberate Afghanistan, because anything bounces in our back line, these fuckers dunk for cover, Terry. Honestly. People coming back from the Battle of the Somme, you could set a firework off and they were less jumpy than these bricks.
Yeah.
101, Terry. Like, why can't we do 101? Football 101.
That's tough. That's tough. It's all right though because Port Adelaide's up by 1 at half time.
No, it's all right though because they fucking wrote fucking soppy names on the fucking shirt because everyone chipped in and we fucking built you a wall, didn't we? Hey,
we built you a wall.
Yeah, it's all right, don't we? We'll have a little fucking whip round. We'll fucking knock you all up for you, mate.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to St Kilda, well done, you beaters. Like, I'm not taking anything away from you. But the fact we're here, 2 points loss to that fucking mob. And we're talking about finals. Serious? True. Are we serious? Like, fuck me, Terry. Let's go back to the glory years when we were what, 8 and 2, when we were fucking flying. And then you just
4.
go back. Like, let's just do it. We go back. Right, that Geelong loss, that was a bit of a stinger, wasn't it? But then you look at the Collingwood game. We had chances to fucking really go 4, 5, 6 goals ahead. We didn't. You know what I mean? The Melbourne game, we won by a point. Probably should have won by more. The Sydney game was laughable, right? But then you look at them losses, Terry. Where the GWS game, chances to win it, couldn't do it. Doggies, chances to put a bit of pressure on, you couldn't do it. The North Melbourne game, like they were fucking falling over, weren't they, North? Like North were begging for it to end. They just couldn't remember their safe word, and we were paddling them.
Yeah, yeah.
Hawthorn game, I mean, the Hawthorn game was Banterville, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let's move along because we've got a long night ahead of us. But thanks for doing the watch along as always, and thanks for sharing.
It's all good, I suppose. Nah, serious. My pleasure. Honestly, to everyone who watches the watch along, whether you're a positive person, whether you're a negative, call me a stupid, chubby, pommy cunt. I appreciate you. It's good fun. Do you know what I mean? It makes me happy. But look after yourselves, and hopefully we get a chance to do it again.
Fingers crossed. Thanks, Pommy. See you, mate. Paolo.
Terry, how are you, mate?
I'm a bit numb. I'm a bit used to it. Dealt with that before.
Yeah, I don't. Isn't it funny? I feel used to it too. I wasn't angry. I don't know. I don't have the emotion that I had when it happened against Melbourne, when it happened against Collingwood. We just don't seem to be able to get those moments right. Yeah. And it's just starting to add up. And eventually you're going to just have to ask the question of a lot of these leaders and a lot of the people at the club. When are you going to grasp the opportunity? We said it weeks ago, you've got the opportunity of a lifetime with such an even competition and no one really going on a barnstorming run. And we just have not been able to rectify any of the form slump. And look, we equal our wins from last season. But the problem is when you have it in your hands from where we were 6 to 8 weeks ago, it just makes it all the more worse because of where we're at. And when you leave it to fine margins, and then those fine margins are left to blokes who have barely played a game, a team that's a skeleton squad, you run the risk of it all falling apart, don't you? And that's what's happened.
But this group and this club in particular, I mean, for me, there's the club as it is today and the club as it used to be. But this club in particular of today's age, it's baffling to think that they got ahead of themselves given they had done nothing. I mean, last year was last year, but to be at 11-4, like, how did you let yourselves dip even that little bit in your focus? Like, how?
100%. There's
how did that happen?
It's a culmination of everything, isn't it? It's strength and conditioning, it's tactics, it's mentality, it's players and leaders who just don't have it. I look, and I don't want to rip him to shreds because he's been strong for us for a long, long time. But I thought Jacob Wiedering was absolutely horrendous today. He was absolutely shocking. Misread the flight of the ball all day. Was too worried about his man. It just, every time that pressure just cranks up that little bit. And this was the fear for us after that loss against Collingwood in 2022. And the club was adamant that, if we continue to be in these moments, eventually you'll get them right. But it's actually the opposite that is true. The more often you're in these moments and the more often you lose, the more often, in all probability, that is going to happen. And case in point, I've listed down all the moments: Pickett, Elliott, Dacos, Berry, Higgins, and then our two this year, McGovern and Kemp. So we just don't seem to get those moments right more often than not. And, you can go through it as much as you want, but the problem is if you don't eventually learn to win in those moments and get the basics right in those moments, the more you repeat it, the more you're probably not going to. It's as simple as that. And we saw it again today. Those goals that St Kilda kicked in the third term, They kicked 3 goals from exactly the same spot. They'd move the ball from one side of the ground to the other, open up the fat side, and no one. But see, this is the thing: is that what leaders in game are arresting that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, like what's happening in game? Like we went on that run in the third term, but we couldn't defend. And then we have all the momentum in the last quarter, and when Kemp missed that goal, I just had this sick feeling in my gut that it was going to happen again. I was waiting for them to have their moment, and we failed to defend a kick in for the Philippou set shot. The ball ends up down the other end, and you run the risk, and that's it. Simple.
Yeah.
You know, and people are going to blame individuals and whatnot, but this is on all of them at the end of the day. Look, I'm not so downtrodden about the season so far because I'm of the opinion that there have been a myriad of mitigating factors and circumstances that really need to be fixed, which can be fixed. I'm not as broken or as downtrodden as anyone just because of the way the season has panned out. And I know it's frustrating because it is so even and we just needed to really get in and then maybe get a few troops back. But just the way we've approached things the last 6 to 8 weeks, the coaches have just not. So it's all to me. It's all those guys above the players, right? What's filtering down from them to get them all locked in into those moments, and it just hasn't been there. It just hasn't been there at all. You know, people are going to blame the umpires today. Well, whatever. They've been terrible all year. I understand that, but you know, take your shots. So Kennedy, easy shot. Akers, easy shot. Kemp, easy shot. Durden, easy shot. Moyer, I don't know why he didn't play. We were lacking a genuine forward, and he came on the ground.
That makes sense.
Sensational.
He looked like a target the moment he stepped onto the field today.
I know. It was just. It feels as though every rein that the coaches have pulled tactically, personnel-wise, from that GWS game has led into this slump. And they tried to wrestle it back, but the problem is you're trying to wrestle it back with personnel who don't have the capacity just yet to do it. I'm talking about, you know, Lewis Young is probably never going to, but he was okay today. In all honesty, he was probably better than Wiedering today.
I thought he was pretty good today.
Yeah, he was really solid. And then, you know, Cooper Lord steps up. He has influence again, but he's still a young fella. You know, and this is not me. I'm not letting them off like that. But you've got to understand that the reality of these kids to try and hit the capacity to wrestle back all the momentum we've lost. You're just asking too much of a lot of these young kids. And, you know, a lot of the guys who stuffed up over the last couple of weeks, they're senior footballers, mate. They're not babies anymore.
Well, that's why I think a little bit more needs to go on the players than what we used to.
I completely agree.
They're not. I mean, there are some of them today that are clearly very early in their careers, less than 10 games.
Yeah,
so, like, I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Of course.
I mean, at some point, the preparation of some of these players that didn't play today, you have to ask the question, like, are you diligent? Are you diligent enough to give yourself the best chance?
Grow up. I know people were not happy with the way Dimmer approached that press conference a few weeks ago against when they lost to North Melbourne, the Gold Coast Suns. But I feel that a lot of these boys lack that not negative feedback, but that real harsh in between the eyes feedback. But not internally. Not internally. People that they will be held into account internally to a point, right? I want to see it out in the public, not the way Adelaide have done it. The way Adelaide have approached it with Josh Rochelli has been an absolute disaster, but with intelligence. But the players have to have it put it on them. And I know last season happened right after that Essendon game, it all blew up. But it was the first time that the players had ever been put into the spotlight by fans in a really, really harsh, critical, over the top way, and the response it garnered was something we've never seen from this group before. And this year, I felt that it just felt that we were all a little bit too timid when this run sort of happened and this fall off happened. We're all waiting for it to, no, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. No, they'll turn it around. It'll be okay. And then it never eventuated. And then we wait until the last 10 seconds of the last game of the home and away season in an attempt to turn it all around, and it's too late. And that's the issue. And my fear is that a lot of these senior guys, they're not going to get any younger. They're going to hit the peak of their career very, very soon. And maybe that's all they will ever be. Maybe they will never be premiership players. Nothing is ever a guarantee.
You know, Rocco said something in 2020 when he 2020 when he
How long
first
we've been doing this for?
yeah, fan cams have been running since the Jack Noon's goal after the siren, right?
Is that right?
Yeah. Rocco said something, it might have been the loss to Collingwood a few weeks later, and he said, be careful. Don't just keep saying, yeah, but if this happens, it'll be good next year, this and this and this and this, because time passes. We're 4 years on. Time is passing.
Time has passed.
Time has passed.
Is passing. And Rock always said it too. There's going to be a point in time with which your footy season and your footy career is going to be done. And you're either going to be shoveling holes and dirt, or you're going to be flipping burgers. So you've got to, this is the frustrating thing for me, is that the opportunity has been there all year. Everybody's flailing. Nobody in the competition has taken the comp by the scruff of the neck and said, it's mine this year. We're the team that's going to go all the way. It was there for them. It was there for them. Or is it at a point now where it's just because the season has panned out the way it has and it's fine margins, we just look too much at the ladder and say, well, God, I mean, we've missed that. But it just seems as though that's the problem every year. There's always some factor that doesn't go our way, and then it's always next year. That's the issue. And it's not, this is nothing to be proud of, right? We don't want to become, we're almost becoming what Richmond FC was. We finished 9th again,
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. The coaches have got a lot to take for it, and the leaders on the field as well. It's as simple as that. They're the ones who are going to have to take and bear responsibility for it, and we're the ones who have to deal with the emotions of it too. So it is what it is. But look, if Port Adelaide do a job tonight, we deserve to make the 8, don't we?
It's the weirdest set of circumstances. I've never done anything like this in my life, where
no,
it's like you're dead because you lost, but in theory you are actually alive because there's a half to go at the time of filming right now, and it's like you won't deserve it if Port Adelaide lose, but you did deserve it if Port Adelaide win. It's you win 13 games. It's just I don't really know.
I know,
how
it's crazy.
to absorb it.
See, this is the year, right? So this is why I'm saying that we've won the same amount of games as we did last year, but we finished out. It's just so weird. That's how fine the margins are. And the problem is, if you don't get those margins right, you're going to drop off. I will leave you with this though, and I want to end it on a positive note, right? Nothing's over, right? The home and away season for 2024 may be done and dusted, right? But nothing is over. You have to adopt what is KZN, right? You have to continually improve, even in these bad moments. And that may mean some of these older blokes who have been there and done it and have these scars, maybe they are started, or maybe they become to be phased out by some of these younger players who haven't been there and seen it all. And they're a bit fresh and they've got that energy about them as well. And you've seen what's happened in the last couple of weeks with these young guys who have come in, and none of them have looked out of place. All. At all. Binzi, Moya, Lord, none of them have looked out of place, which is a positive sign. So, like I said, nothing is over. And we just pray for a miracle over at Optus Stadium, and whatever happens, happens. So I hope you have a good night. I know it's going to be tough, but chin up and keep pushing through, mate.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we're back here in an hour booking tickets to Brisbane.
Hopefully. It's going to be weird. Thanks, Paolo.
Go Gunners.
See ya. Vince.
Terry, how are you, mate?
Long time.
It's like deja vu, isn't it? It's well, the only difference is now we're not technically, well, as we speak right now, we're actually in the finals. So as long as
What do you
Port.
make of that situation of Freo win, we're out, Port win, we're in. Obviously, we're saying that right now because that's the situation right now. Like, it's
Well,
like
look,
the most unknown.
Put it this way: before the game this week, before the round this week, we were one game off top four.
Yeah,
So that's how close it was. We were one game out of the top four. You know, we were one game behind Geelong, effectively. We had a form slump at the look. I saw Pommy on here. I saw Paolo just before, and I've been debating: do I come on here negative and sort of rip through the team? Do I come on here positive and
be honest. What do
like
you
I'm
feel?
shattered. I'm shattered. Don't get me wrong. I'm really shattered because we lost, and it would have been great to have made finals. And like I said, we're in there right now. Right as of now, we are in the finals. So, it's just one of those years where we don't know what's going to happen until that game finishes. But in saying that, we left our run to too late. We left it to last week, and the positive is that we found form last week and we looked really good. And even at points in today's game, I thought, shit, we found something. And if we can win this game, next week going up to Brisbane, in 2 weeks going up to Brisbane, and get a few of those players back, we're a red hot chance, like a real red hot chance to beat Brisbane up there. Unfortunately, we possibly left that run too late, and then the injuries kicked in, and it's just it stifled us. It stopped us in our tracks, and once again in the last 30 seconds of a game, someone's ripped our heart out, and we got no one. We've got nobody to blame but ourselves. It's as simple as that. So you can look at it that way. I thought the kids were really good today. When Moya came on, he's definitely got something, that kid.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really looking forward to see what he can do in the future. It almost makes you think maybe they could have played him a little bit earlier. I don't know.
That was a bit of the message of that last little bit where we lost so many of them? It was like, now you have to rely on these kids, but maybe you should have.
And they were good.
Yeah.
Oh well, look. It was probably, we probably needed a bit of a mix up there in that last, when we were going through that form slump. I thought we needed a bit of a change. How many times can you keep playing the same players over and over and over again and they're not doing anything? Get some out, bring some of the kids in. It got to the stage where the injuries took over and we brought those kids in for the West Coast game. We just had no choice. And we saw what happened. They took their chance and they played really well. I thought maybe today might have been a bridge too far. I thought we tried it last week. Ross Lyon would have seen that and went, no, you're not going to get away with it with me. And it looked like it was going down that path. But I am proud of them. I know that's probably, it's hard for some that are listening now and even the guys before, but I am proud. They could have there was a point there, we were about 20 points down. It looked like St Kilda was going to run away with it.
Yeah.
And we fought back really well, really, really well. And I'm really proud of them.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that the loss could mean we don't play finals. That's all. It would have been nice if we were one game in that top 8. And that way, this loss here, if we'd had it, then it's, okay, we lost. I'm proud of the way that they fought it out. Regroup. We got 2 weeks. Go to Brisbane. Let's see where we go from there. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We leave fate in Port Adelaide's hands. We're all Port Adelaide fans right now. So, and I can't stand Port Adelaide, but
A lot of Carlton fans don't like Port Adelaide. It's funny. Got to rely on them. Just seen here, Kane Farrell has been subbed out, injured. Francis Evans is subbed on. It's torture, mate. So anyway, look, well said. Thanks for coming on and thanks for sharing your thoughts, and
just remain positive. It'll be okay. I know everyone's saying that we're getting to become an older list, but I know it's hard right now, but I'm confident with a new strength and conditioning guy next year, and we'll be okay. I'm very confident we'll be okay. Just remain positive, Blues fans, and we'll be all right. It's not over yet.
Not
We've
yet.
got another hour to go.
Port lining up. Francis Evans, come on, he's lining up for a goal. So, all right, Vince. Thanks,
Go
mate.
Port.
I'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, Terry.
See ya. Andy, where is he? He's here. The Monday Blues.
We're here again, bro. We're here again.
It's funny because I think
I
earlier we said now is not the time to get angry before the game, and right now still isn't because we could still make it. He's kicked a goal.
Did he kick it?
Yeah, he did. When can we get angry?
Bro, I'm on like the biggest roller coaster of emotions.
Oh man, Port by 8.
I was raging, bro. I was raging after the game, fuming.
Yeah, of course.
For about an hour. Then I was like, you know what? It's not over. Port, can still get it done. And I don't know, listening to a few of the boys, like you've had just before me, it's been like up and down again, like I'm riding them. We haven't learned anything, bro. That's what I took out of this. No lessons have been learnt. And Paul said it best. We don't take our moments and we let the opposition take theirs. And that, to me, that's leadership from, the playing group and the coaching group. I think there's something wrong. There has to be, bro. And like Paul said as well, that narrative that if you keep getting yourself in those situations, eventually you'll get it right. I'm of the belief that it goes the opposite. I think it'll just break you. You'll just get into your head and you'll fall into old habits. And here we are again. I could not believe how that just happened.
They ended me. I kind of sat there despondent after they kicked 2 goals in a row with the exact same kick, the one on the fat side into their forward 50. It was the same. The first one was to Membry, and I think the second one was to, I don't even remember, but it was the same kick. And I sat there and I'm like, that squealy sound, that like low pitched squealy sound.
Yeah.
That started ringing in my ears, and I was like, oh fuck. And then Moya comes on and kicks his goal, and then Jesse puts us up, and I'm like, oh my God, we're going to do it. And then Brody's taking a mark, and I'm like, oh, a win for the ages. The where were you moment. Got my post-game post ready. And they fucking ripped it from our fucking hearts again.
Yeah. Yep. What, it's always questions with this team. Like, I need to know why Ashton Moya didn't start.
Mate, I can't
to me,
it.
Just start the kid. And if it's not working out, you know what? Get him off.
Sub him. Yeah.
Exactly. But we were crying out for just a contest. And we're here again, bro. This is what 15. It is. 4 by 15. Terry, stop it, bro. Stop it. I can't handle this.
Oh, man.
Oh,
wait, so in this moment, in your head, in this moment, before we know what happens with Freo and Port, do we not deserve to make finals if Freo win, and we did deserve to make finals in Port win? Is that kind of what we leave it to?
I'm of the belief if you've made finals, you deserve to make it.
True.
And if you haven't made it, then you just weren't good enough. I'm just.
Oh man, it's a cooker.
No, you're in for a ride tonight, bro.
No, because you just know this game's going down to the wire.
Yeah. We'd be foolish to think that anything related to Carlton is going to be easy. It won't be. So, I can't believe we're here again. I honestly, I'm fuming. I'm hopeful. I'm sad. And I'm excited. Everything, man.
Amazing. Well, I guess we'll just play it all out. Hope that things go our way in this other game, and
who knows?
who knows? Yeah, who knows? It's not in our hands anymore, which is the worst situation to be in. But we're here,
Mhm.
so hopefully, I'm talking to you again after another game.
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on the
Thanks,
fan
Tez.
cam, and speak to
Always,
you soon.
mate. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Dear oh me. Hey, Joel, you here? Hello, mate.
Come on, Terry. I'm feeling good. Don't give up. Never,
Give
never,
up.
ever give up, because it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
And you're thinking,
Jackson
what's Joel been smoking? I haven't been smoking anything. Station is alive. I was happy with our performance today. I think we had a crack. We had 80% of our team out. We found some players in the back half of the year. Porter 15 points up. At this stage, what's there to be unhappy about?
I mean, your point about the kids is kind of spot on. I mean, Moya is ready. If it's next week or next year, he looks ready. I think Cooper Lord is a find. Yeah.
Yep. So look, it's not over. I mean, I mean that's it. I mean, I've just been, obviously, like all of us, we've been circling through our brains have been going through mixed emotions and trying to dissect what's happened. But I've put that aside, and where there's a pulse, there's hope. And look, anything can still happen. I mean, fucking hell, this season is just so unpredictable. So, mate, hang in there, everyone. I thought, I thought I was pretty happy with the performance. I mean, and you can't look. It's easy to go and say we've been here before. Who's been here before? We've got half our list is different to what it was 2 years ago. Maybe that's an overestimate, but exaggeration. But I'm saying it's not that easy to say that, and really think about it, because anything can still happen. I mean, that's all I'm trying to. That's the message I'm trying to get through.
Well, look, you're a competitor, and until the final siren goes of this last game and we are out, we are in. So it's just unfortunate that we are sitting here in this situation. It's the one that we didn't want. We didn't want to lose and then have to wait for the result of this to know.
Well, look, Terry, funny things. I remember saying to you, one of my favorite quotes is, "Everything happens for a reason." And I still believe that, maybe that sick feeling that the players are having today, maybe that'll be removed in 30 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever it is, and it will just spur us on. Look, I'm clinging to anything. I mean, and that's all you can at this stage. Look, maybe we can do it. We can do Brisbane. Who knows? Anything can happen. Look, you just with a bit of belief and a bit of hope. Look, that's all we can do. I'll be writing that positive. Right, if I can be positive in any situation, I'll try and find the positive.
Yeah. No, look, I'm
psychologist job.
But look, I know to expect nothing in life. But thanks for coming on and just reminding us that we are still alive. And I hope this isn't the last time that you're on for this season when it comes to post game. So if it is, thank you, because we've met you, I think, as a community this year, and you've been great. I've really enjoyed your addition to the conversation. So thank you.
All right. Take care. Thanks.
See you, Joel. Joel G'ing me up. That's what I'm talking about. He's G'ing me up. When we need him the most, he pulls through. Shannon.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. I've managed to get the little one to stay asleep while I've been waiting. So, I reckon I stood up and paced that entire last quarter. I didn't sit down for a minute.
Yeah. I was rocking back and forth in my chair. I was biting my nails. I was despondent.
I've got nothing left.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I was screaming the house down. My 8-week-old slept the entire time. He's definitely
Yeah.
my child. Um, but why do we do this to ourselves?
Yeah.
It was shades of 2022 Melbourne game all over again. Cozzy Pickett, our end, kicking a goal. And I'm just like, not again. That's the first thing I screamed is not again.
Yeah.
But
There's just
look,
something about the club where, the group, they've got ticker when the fourth quarter comes and they go for it. It's there. I think they've shown us that ticker and that ability to lift is there.
Yeah.
But it's
Cripps
just
was
before then.
enormous.
He was.
Cripps was fucking enormous. Like, when isn't he? And I think today was Walsh's best game in about 8 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, he lifted.
He
I
had
thought
14
even.
disposals till quarter time or something crazy like that.
Wow. Yeah.
And
Even
I know umpiring was horrible today. It was like 16 free kicks to 6 at 3/4 time.
Yeah.
Or something stupid like that. So, like, at the end of the day, we've done this to ourselves.
Mhm.
We only have ourselves to blame. And praying that Port Adelaide get the job done, but they've just given away a free kick to Jackson in the goal square. So I've got the game on, and I don't know why I'm torturing myself, but here we are.
That's a goal, and that is the Port Adelaide Power are now up by 8. So, yeah.
Got to hold on, Tez. Got to hold on to that hope, the glitter of hope, just that little bit more. Like, we can't throw in the towel, but fuck, they make it hard, don't they?
They do. They do. Shan, good to hear from you. Hope you're well. Hope the bub is
Waking up,
healthy.
yep.
Oh, hello.
This is all of
Oh,
us.
bless. Oh, you're in for a world of pain. Hopefully not.
Oh, if his sister has her way, he's definitely going to be a Carlton baby, but we'll see. Fingers
Okay.
crossed. I'll be working hard on that one. But yeah, look.
Keep. You there? Oh, I think she's getting a call. You there?
I'm here. Sorry. Yeah, no, phone cut out. But yeah, look, AFLW's back next week. So
Yep.
there's a positive out of all of this. If we don't make it past this week, we can watch our girls. They've shown a couple of dominant performances in the 2 practice matches. So fingers crossed for the rest of this game, and have a good night, Tezza.
See you, Shan. Connor. Yeah, the link is there. I did see you earlier, Connor. Thank you. Thank you, Tyson Broad. Mr. Mo Jorison. Should have started fan cams after the Port game. It's not over yet. Sorry, Terry, would have been a late night. Yeah, I think that's the issue. It would have been a very late night. Okay. Let's move along. Jim. Hello, mate.
What's going on?
I don't even know, bro.
You want to know irony? You're going to piss it at this, Terry. So we lost our football final yesterday, right? So we're out. So we're having a silly Sunday today. And obviously I'm from Adelaide. So I'm sitting around the footy club with 30 Port Adelaide supporters and 3 Carlton supporters. We are just getting needled all day. And now I have to go for them. So I'm the biggest mug there is. Hey, it's painful. Fucking hell. What do you do, mate?
What'd you make of the game today?
All right. Again, just the game in isolation. So I think I'm not going to question their effort today. I thought they gave everything they had, at least from the telly. What I learned is there is one person on our team I trust almost 2, but I trust Patrick Cripps. That's literally it, though. So this is what I was going to talk about. When you're at a game, I go to plenty of games, even from interstate, but when you're at a game or you're watching it on television, even when Charlie's got the ball, Harry's got the ball, any of our really, power forwards, do you really trust them? So that's just a question at first. When they're going back, do you really trust them? Or do you have that hope because you know they can do the thing? Or do you trust them? Because I used to trust Favola. I used to trust Eddie Betts. So that's just a question.
It's a good question. Do you mean to perform?
To do the
execute?
thing.
To do the thing.
Yep.
Cripps is a good one. I think I have it with George Hewitt.
Yep. Because I have it with Wiedering.
Yes, I do have it with Wiedering. But yeah, Cripps for sure. Cripps has found a way that even when it's not his day, which that wasn't the case today, he played relatively well.
Yep.
But he always finds a way.
You're right.
You know,
He always reaches the minimum standard for him, I feel.
mm-hmm.
Therefore, I trust him. I do trust George Hewitt, but because he hasn't had a consistent year, he's been out of the side probably through no fault of his own. I feel like more games and that will come. But yeah, I trust Wiedering, even if he did have a down day. The reason I bring that up, though, you know, when you go to the footy and you ever look on the back of Guernseys with our fans, what number is the most common number you see?
9 and 30.
Right. And then let's go 10 years ago. What were the two most common numbers you'd see?
3 and 5, maybe?
Yeah, 3, 5, and 25.
25. True, Fev.
So why I brought this up is today, and I'm not going to bash this bloke because I think he's a fantastic player, Brodie Kemp, right? So we're going to talk about the moment. Rocco always talks about moments, and it's really sinking in to me as an adult, hearing him speak about that. All year it sinks in my brain. Now I'm looking for it, right? So you've got kids in the crowd behind the goals, 25 meters. I don't know how far it was. I was nervous watching on telly, so I had no idea, right? So maybe you can give me a bit of clarity on it. Not much of an angle. Very regulation, right? And he sprays it. Now, he's not going to get that moment again to put us into the finals in round 24 in 2024. And then we don't have to watch this Malakias behind me because this is stressful, right?
Yeah.
And then we go to the footy next year, and you know what? I got a feeling you see 17 on the back of people's Guernseys. And that's how quick it can happen. So my point is, I want the boys to take it in their own hands and create their own history so we don't have to hear about the history all the time. You make your own history. So when I go to the footy, I don't have to wear 25 because I resonate with Favola, or 9 because I trust Patrick Cripps. Not that I wear Guernseys anyway. But when you see the kids, I want to see a 17. And I want to see, you know, other numbers because they can do the thing. But I don't trust them. And until they do it, it's very hard to trust this group.
It's a good point. I really enjoy you bringing that up. It's part of the maturation process of them.
Yeah.
Just sucks to be talking in this way still.
It does.
We've
And
been through a lot.
Sadly.
And maybe it's not enough to go through. Maybe there's still more to go through. And just because you and I sit here and be like, oh, we've learned the lessons, doesn't mean that we have. And
very true.
Yeah. I think the fear of it not happening is sort of there in the back of my mind. Like I thought it was all real this year, early in the year. I genuinely thought when we were playing that footy early in the year, I thought I can let go and trust. And then I've now learnt that, you know, when they've got the pats on the back, when they've got the external validation, when everyone's telling them how good they are as a club and a team, it's like that's when they let it slip. It's almost like they need fire and brimstone and doubt to perform. It's the weirdest trait.
It's weird. It is weird. But you're right. You've nailed it. That's what I do think about this group. And I've no doubt in my mind that they're very capable of winning a flag. And I thought this year was very, very they were a capable enough group. The injuries have come, but they aren't an excuse.
No.
So if we make it, then I do believe, why not us still? People can think I'm crazy for that. We will get players back. And while we've got Patrick Cripps, anything is possible. So if we make it, we deserve it. And if we don't, well, we don't. So simple as that. Anyway, mate, I'll let you get through them. It's very stressful.
Very stressful.
Take care. Hopefully you've got more fan cams next week because we made the finals in a fortnight. So
hopefully, mate. Thanks so much, Jim.
No worries, mate. Take care. See ya.
See ya. Port Adelaide 9 goals, 7, 61 to Fremantle 7 goals, 11, 53. Ryan Burton's taken a great mark in defensive 50 intercept mark. Oh, gosh. Okay. Who have we got? Luke. You're on mute, brother.
How you going, Tez?
I'm going, mate. I'm ticking along. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I was literally like, just to add to Joe's point, I was sort of just hanging up my jersey, but one of the other numbers we can always put our faith in is number 15. And unfortunately, for better or for worse, might not get to see him play towards the end of this year, but hopefully we can get a good preseason into him in the coming weeks. But fucking hell, man.
Had to be that way. Jack Higgins, you're kidding me. You've got to be kidding me, Jack Higgins.
You know, it's funny. My brother always gives me the talk about Jack Higgins because he trains right next to him at Waverley Road before he does his preseason. He's like, oh, he's got some good preparation, Jack. And I was like, yeah, don't think he'll come back to bite us anytime soon at all. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, there was a lot of returns, a lot of great returns to a lot of character in that game. I thought the return of the centre bounce and just not only looking at dominance through that, but, you know, just the way the mids were reading the ball very early as well. I thought that was something that we've just been missing for so long, like, you know, towards those last 7 games of the season, and especially like that start with that tap to George Hewitt. George Hewitt, man, fucking hell. He was incredible today.
Follow this with me. Jace Burgoyne lining up for goal. He's going to kick it from about 51, 52, maybe just on 50. Get in, young man. He's kicked it from 49 and it's gone left. And
sprayed.
He has.
Oh, what a weird sequence of events to be a part of.
4 by 9, my friend.
Oh my goodness. But
yeah.
Oh God. I mean, have you ever? I mean, look, I know you just said it before, but has there really been any kind of situation like this from a Carlton's perspective as well, like that you can cast your mind back to? Like just waiting.
I mean, 2022 was pretty straightforward. I think we were the last game of the year, I think, or the Doggies had already played.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
I remember that vision so well, the Dogs just clapping Collingwood.
That's a Port goal.
Get in, son.
Come on.
Jace Burgoyne. One for the good guys.
I knew I had a soft spot for Port. People made fun of me.
Oh, my goodness. Why? Never understood the Port Adelaide hate.
Yeah. Oh, what happened? He's given away a free for what? Don't actually know what happened there. Oh, it was off the ball. A hit off the ball, undisciplined act. There you go.
God, there's another segment for umpiring. Far out.
Yeah.
That was,
how was the bullshit chant from the crowd today?
So that's what I wanted to know, Terry. Like, what do you think from that perspective? Like, I mean, I think it's like, you know, really great to see everyone so vocal as well, considering that the cheer squad has probably been a bit quieter in recent games. But I don't know, like, is it like, what's your perspective on that when it comes to, you know, those kinds of, when it's sort of a bit reactive? And
I'll be honest, I was sitting on the St Kilda end, Freo goal. I was sitting on the level 2, but on the St Kilda end, and even when things were not going in St Kilda's favour, that cheer squad was very impressive. They had chance for players, and it was creative. And I think with our fans in the crowd, it fires up when we're kicking goals, tackling pressure, or when umpiring decisions don't go our way, and then eventually it bubbles up. And then we saw it happen when the bullshit chant, like, to get the collective stadium to be chanting bullshit is I mean, it's impressive, but I think there's something that we can learn from what I saw from the Saints cheer squad today. I thought they were fantastic, personally.
Just completely consistent. Well, it's funny because I don't think I've heard, especially from a Carlton cheer squad perspective, the stadium that silent since the elimination final against Sydney. I think throughout the whole game, 96,000, probably silent in a lot of moments. I don't know if it's because we're very pessimistic when it comes to that, but
could be
at the same time.
Yeah, feeling the anxiety, feeling the nerves of the result. It's magic when we get the collective buy-in from everyone. when that bullshit chant starts, like it's great. Or, when we're doing umpiring calls, like at least we're all collectively doing something. And then, as it got to the fourth quarter and it got tight, we're all engaged. So
I will say, I did love the return of just chanting Carlton just at every stoppage that came about, especially when they were sort of closer to the pocket of the cheer squad as well.
Yeah.
I think especially, we sort of wait for that sort of in between goals, but I just loved, especially when it, as you said, rebounded across the stadium as well. Just a very unifying moment. But at the same time, I just think, it's just that consistency that we're looking about. And it's so interesting when you hear it from a player's perspective of how, they love playing under the roof at Marvel, or they need that support from everyone in the stands at the same time. And it's just weird how that psyche can change for them on field, and you can actually make that kind of difference in game as well, even though the result could have gone a much different way today. But
well, there's 17 seconds to go in the third. It's Port by 9. Luke, it's great to see you, mate.
No worries.
Thanks for calling in.
No worries, man. Sorry, I think everyone's watching the game now, so probably a bit too late for game analysis at that point. But anyways, thanks so much, Tez. Have a great one.
See you, mate. Okay. Ben. Hey, mate.
Hey, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm
weird.
Lost. Yeah, I'm weird.
I saw you for the first time at the footy today, and it was when you're leaving, going down the stairs, and I wanted to call out, but I'm like, no, I can't do it. I was so devastated at the time. So there's always, hopefully next week or whenever we're back at home. So, but today, it was today going in, I knew our backs were against the wall, but I thought we weirdly played well all day. We didn't have the troops, but we just kept on working. And I'm looking at the scores here. We kicked 11 goals, 8 to their 11-10, against a good good back line that's meant to be a dominant defensive side. And in the last 4 weeks, they've scored over 100 every game, and we kept them under 100 this week. So I felt we actually played very well for most of the game. And I thought, fine, in the last, when Motlop kicked that goal, I thought, wow, this is one that we've deserved. We've had to grind. Again, the first half, I thought the umpiring was fucking horrible. I don't like blaming umpires, but I thought it actually was very, very poor. Especially the Paddy Dow fucking free. That pulled my hair out.
Oh, mate, the Paddy Dow free. And he kicked the goal too.
I
Good
know.
on you, Paddy.
As soon as I saw him lining up, I'm like, he's not going to not miss this. He's kicking this 100%. But
there were a couple of doozies today, real doozies.
Yeah. Even their first goal, I think it was Wiedering on the wing, and he got chopped across the neck, and it was play on, and they had 2 out the back, and they got the first goal fairly easy. I was just like, how do you miss something like that? And then Paddy Dow I remember he was on the wing in the second quarter, and we had 3 blokes tackle him, and he just gets a little dinky handball out and it's not holding the ball, and then Sam Walsh is in the middle of the ground, pinned straight away and holding the ball. I fucking just, the inconsistency kills me. The inconsistency.
Yeah.
We all just want to be consistent.
Yes. This one, the Cripps holding the ball when he handballed it.
Yeah, sorry, Cripps.
Mate,
it was the Cripps
lost
one.
my fucking shit. I lost my marbles.
And so, yeah. And the Kemp lineup goal. So I was going a bit ballistic. Normally I sit in the members, but my partner was nice enough to get me medallion tickets. And so I was sitting in a fairly nicer area. I wasn't too vocal, and I was fairly vocal. So I had a lot of eyes on me. I had these 2 St Kilda girls next to me, and they were just giving me a stare all game. And as Kemp is lining back up for the ball, they leave. They leave the game after giving me stares and all this, and they told me to get stuffed. Walked off. I'm like, oh, I'm not too confident. I'll just wait. But no, they walked off the race. Didn't wait. And then as soon as he missed, they both come walking down the stairs and just gave it to me.
Wow.
I'm just like, far out. Just tough. Just tough.
Confident from St Kilda supporters, mate. It's just tough. We're going to sit here and sing the St Kilda theme song for Jake.
Yeah. Oh, you do too, you poor soul.
It's my own fault.
But yeah, I want to know, like, did you think we actually played well? Because I think for the most part, we actually played fairly well.
I'll be
Or
honest.
we're tough. We're
I
tough.
thought we were poor in the first half.
Yeah.
I thought we were playing low IQ football in the first half, but for a few moments. And then I thought there was a lift in the third quarter, but defensively we leaked a couple of shots that we, shouldn't have. And then I thought in the fourth quarter that was, it was played on our terms. We emptied the tank. We went for it, playing on at all costs. But I did think that the first half personally was poor.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I just think we didn't. I mean, why are we kicking it the way we're kicking it in the first half when we don't have options there and just.
Yeah. Tough. But yeah, weirdly, I feel like we almost take form out of this game because I actually thought, again, it was like a game that we just battled out. And so for next week, I think if we do make it and hopefully Port get up, even though I don't like saying that, hopefully they get up. But I feel like we still are a real chance because we have a lot of blokes that just work their ass off again today, I thought. So
they did. Love it, Ben. Thanks so much for coming on. Thanks for your support.
Mate.
Go Blues.
We'll see you next week.
Go Port.
Go Port.
See you, mate.
See ya.
Oh, man. We are in for one hell of a next 30 minutes, guys. It's going to be fascinating viewing. Okay. Hello, Aiden.
So you're telling me I busted my ass all week to get my shit swapped. I get it swapped, and then I go there, get my heart broken.
Yep.
Fucking hell, man. You know what? I always wondered what 2022 round 23 was like because I didn't go to that game, and that was probably that. Pretty disappointing, but I don't know. The umpire, I'm not going to get into them yet, but I thought we fought it out pretty well. We gave it all that we got, and yeah, I thought the kids played really well. Lord, Bins, and Ollie. Ollie was fantastic today. I thought, even Young in that fourth term, he made some pretty crucial marks. And Wiedering, he was just really off. He was just really poor today, Wiedering. But I don't know. I don't get how you go. What is it? 11-4, 6 points clear off second, and then you're probably not going to make finals now. Like I don't understand. And that goal that they kicked in the last 10 seconds, it was carbon copy of the Cosy Pickett moment.
Yeah.
I
haven't seen the footage back, but I don't know how he got loose. I don't know. I mean, we had a lot of players, sucked into the contest. I don't know. Don't know how it happened. Can't believe it happened like that. Just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of go back to that first quarter. I thought Durds and Kennedy had like really gettable regulation shots that they both are, pretty good at kicking.
And then someone's like, it wouldn't surprise me if those 3 easy set shots that we missed cost us. And lo and behold, it's happened all year. Against Collingwood, we miss eight straight. If we convert half of them, we probably win. If we convert those 3 goals today in the first quarter, we probably win. But I'm not gonna take if we had Charlie, Harry, whatnot. Like
no, that's
today. We shouldn't have been in this position in the first place, honestly. So yeah, look, I don't know. I feel like I don't know how much more heartbreaking fucking losses this club needs to have, but if it ends up delivering us a flag next year or the year after, then so be it. Because I don't know, like the way that I look at it, I feel like you have to experience a lot of real shit before you succeed. So,
do we get excited if Port win this game? Like, what do we do? Like, we're devastated if they lose. Are we excited if they win? Are we allowed to be happy if they win?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I'm gonna go outside and just scream the loudest that I could if they win. But I don't know. Like, how can you feel if they win? Because you're gonna get people that be like, oh, all right, they won, but we're gonna get thumped by Brisbane in 2 weeks' time.
No, we're not.
Exactly.
We're absolutely not going to get thumped by Brisbane.
Well, I don't know if I don't know what I'm not watching the game for one purpose only, just because this game's it's probably gonna get close till the last 5 minutes. I don't want to watch a moment where Fremantle win it in the last 10 seconds. I think I will probably break my TV and a hole in the wall, but that will be. We'll have to see. I don't know how they're going right now, but
Port by 9 points. Jason Horne-Francis was just pinned holding the ball in Port's forward 50. Actually, I'm a little bit behind. No, still Port by 9 points. 18:30 to go. So we'll see. I guess we'll just hang around and hope for the best, hey?
yeah, and look, I haven't been Horne-Francis's biggest fan, but if they do win, and because I followed the Twitter and all that, like he's made a massive impact. I will be getting a Port Adelaide jumper with his number on it if they win.
Yeah,
said it there. But
all right, Aiden, love your work, mate. Good job getting there today, and hopefully it's all worth it after. Hopefully the power get the job done.
Hopefully, see you, Terry.
See you, bro. Oh boy. Yuval.
I'm quite positive, to be honest.
Yeah?
Quite positive. I just want to show you something. These are statins. I have to take them for my heart, because I'm an old man. Carlton have contributed to that. But you sound like Carlton. I actually look at the warning signs early on where Carlton don't. I mean, when Slobbo earlier in the year called our players nobodies, we were all going, how dare you, you Essendon hack. Yeah, he is an Essendon hack, but he was speaking the truth. He was speaking the truth. I mean, yeah, this year's been a tale. Well, this year and the end of last year has been a tale of completely bipolar. I went to my first final since the 90s that we won, the elimination final, which was great. And then I went to the first game of the year where we beat Brisbane by 1 point.
Oh, you flew to the Gabba?
Yeah, I did. I didn't fly. My brother went and bought a fucking $250 seat. That I'm going, what a waste of $250, because our preseason was complete shit. I'm going, you fucking lunatic. We're paying $250. We could have sat at home in comfort in the Gold Coast. But Gabba's a great ground, and we won. It was a great game in the end. But geez, the first quarter and a half, it was like watching the Harlem Globetrotters. I mean, they just kicked 7-8 goals in like 15 minutes. It was ridiculous. It was just, my God, we're shit. It's like, well, we're here and we just were getting really drunk.
For today, did you go into today expecting to win, hoping to win, expecting to lose by a little bit?
I'll be honest. I thought the season was over when the scum beat us by 1 point. I mean, because, and this is what I was saying, like we had a terrible preseason. We snuck a few of those early games in. We weren't playing great footy, but we were winning. The game against Freo, I reckon, was a fluke. And then we had the injury crisis, right? The first injury crisis, which was happening. And we managed to just sort of get through that. But we did stuff up. I mean, we won those games. We're going up against Adelaide, who were kind of written off, and we let them beat us by 2 points, And I mean, awful. And I think I came on the cams and I was yelling, we want to make top 3. We want a double chance. We don't just want to make up numbers in the 8, which is what we're all praying for now. Like, we know, all right, we're up there in the top 4. We fucking stay there, You fucking stay there, you idiots, We had a hard run. But the problem with the internet now and a lot of young people, your memories, you forget a fart you did 5 minutes ago. Once the air clears of the shit, it's like, oh yeah, I didn't fart. And that's how it is with Carlton. Like we were ordinary at the beginning of the year. Then we had that run on, 2 players that sort of had real breakout, and we were expecting. The other thing was with expectations, and the mainstream media was saying this at the end of the year. The spotlight was on Charlie Curnow. His big. We all forget he was a big fucking failure in that final series last year. He was a big fucking failure. He didn't kick a goal, or he kicked maybe 1 goal and had fuck all possessions, right? And everyone was saying, well, this year, if Carlton are going to be a flag, Charlie Curnow has to explode, right? The other thing that was an improvement initially was Harry Mackay. Oh, fuck, Freo just took a mark. Harry Mackay.
Patrick Ross lining up for goal.
Yeah. Harry Mackay, a lot of people, a lot of the supporters and you analyst guys like Saba, Pommy, not so much. We're talking about Harry Mackay is going to explode this year. He's going to fix up. Because remember last year, he was probably responsible for our shit period. Because when he'd miss those easy shots and the whole energy of the team would be deflated because of him fucking things up when they didn't need to be fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Harry Mackay comes out, he was best man on ground against Brisbane. Here we go. But then it just all fell away. It all just fell away. Then we had TDK breakout, Pom Cotter, Chin Cotter breakout in that period. Oh, fuck, they've taken, oh no, it's a replay. Port Adelaide were finished. Brisbane were finished. Footscray were finished. They were calling for their goal, calling for their heads. Remember, it wasn't that long ago. What's his name at Port Adelaide? The Port Adelaide scum wanted him dead. Sack the guy. Now they're second on the ladder, and we need them to win to keep us in the finals. But look at us. When Slobbo goes, they're nobodies. What have they achieved? And we all go, oh, it's all right. We don't want to listen to him. He's a drunk hack. And then, you have, Montagna and the guys doing the stats. Our back line has been bottom 4 all fucking year. All year. We have been the worst defensive side in the league. So the fact that we've even gotten this far is actually a tick, So, and the other thing was playing kids too little, too late. It's great. Look, it's great. Binns and Moya and the other guy,
Lord.
Boyd, not Boyd. The other mid,
Lord, Cooper Lord.
Lord. They've all shown great things. The development of Kemp as a swingman, that's a good thing. I'm not convinced Kemp's a forward, but I think definitely, I think our forward structure now can be more dynamic once we get our big 2 schmucks back, But I mean, for fuck's sake, we lose Curnow and Harry at the same time when we're playing for our survival. I mean, of course that'll kill any club, So I think really the window's still there for us. We really have to fix up our defensive game. We have to get a really good defensive coach. We have to get rid of fucking Aaron Hamill. I mean, I've said this many times. It's like having Jake Stringer as your fucking backline coach. Who puts in Jake Stringer to teach people how to defend, Yeah. An opportunistic goal kicker. That was what Aaron Hamill was.
Yeah.
And this, I got a St Kilda supporter friend said, yeah, he was good. Yeah, but you guys were shit. Defensively, you've been shit. It's only now that you've got fucking Ross the Toss who's made you defensively any good.
Yeah.
So we really have to fix up our defensive coaching, and we really have to fix up, our health, our fitness, because it's been since COVID. It's been since, your fan cams have started that we've had this fucking injury crisis. When it was Curnow out all the time and Doherty out all the time. Already had cancer, but Doherty out all the time, and Silvani out all the time, and now fucking Chera and Williams and Martin. I mean, it's gone on since COVID. Like those guys they've played like 10 games since COVID, you know. So we have to make calls sooner with our list. We have to turn it over, you know, while we still can. But look, are we getting the Campo boys next year?
This year.
This year? Is that 100%?
Yeah. Don't expect them to play next year and bring us forward into the, you know, grand final.
No. But, you know, they'll play in the VFL or whatever. You know, they might earn themselves a Guernsey somewhere. It gives us a bit of depth. It gives us a bit of run. You know, like now that we've got, you know, Binns and Moyer. I mean, Moyer's a first-year player as well.
Correct.
You know,
no,
and
it's
Lord.
good. I'm going to...
You know, so that's that. So, you know, fix up our defensive game and fix up our fitness. You know, just get a guy who doesn't, you know, who understands bloody physiotherapy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yuval?
So all the best, and
thank you, mate. Hopefully speak to you again. Port have just kicked it behind, so fingers crossed. See you, mate.
Ciao. Next year.
Hey, young Zach Borg.
Oh, Tez, I am watching this game, and I'm just I'm sorry, I've been not be able to concentrate, and they just got to.
Oh, that's a bullshit
so
free kick
right now.
Oh,
come on, Kenny. All right, Tez. Before we continue watching this game,
that's a rubbish free kick. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, good job, Zach Thatcher. I can't believe that we're going for 40 here, Tez. I cannot believe it.
Fucking love Port. Told you all.
Come on, Tez. How did you see the game start off?
I thought it was a poor first half. I thought we didn't adjust to the conditions. The conditions being the way that the Saints were defending us. I thought we played into their hands, and then I thought we lifted in the third, but we were wasteful. And then I thought in the fourth quarter that was our best footy. But it just
100%. I thought a lot of the young players stepped up. I think when Ashton Moy kicked that goal, like, unbelievable. Like, he is an X factor, Tez. I reckon, like, why play them this late now? Like, what? Yeah. And Jackson Binns, he's unbelievable, Tez. Some of these young players just gave it their all today, and I was just so happy. But honestly, it was just another heartbreak and just another curse in the club. It's just, if we do make it, Tez, you know, we get some big key players back, but there's a lot of things that need to be fixed. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed.
Absolutely. Just this passage of play.
Oh, Butters. Yes! Willie Rioli.
That's a mark.
Took a mark. Woo. Come on.
Ride this goal with me.
All right. Willie Rioli.
We're lining up, 9:59 to go. Please kick it.
Come on.
So I've got 9:53, 52.
I got 9:52, 9:51.
All right, you're with me, Zach. Don't look at the chat. Right. Come on, Willie.
Come on, Willie.
Willie, do it. Come on, Willie.
Come on, Willie. Come on.
Has he kicked it? Yes!
Yes! Come on! Yes! Come on, Tezzy. Come on, Tez. Get in. Come on. Oh, we should have done a watch along for this, Tez. We should have done a watch along.
We're doing fan cams and a watch along.
Anyway, all right. Let's get back to our game. I thought, like, you know, we can first of all blame the umpires, but honestly, in that last quarter, they didn't really have a factor on the game. Yes, they were shocking all day, but we can't really blame them in that last quarter, if you know what I mean. And I thought, yeah, and bombing the ball into, you know, when we have no key points, it just doesn't work. Like, it took them to the last quarter or like the third quarter to actually not bomb the ball in, which really costed us.
Yep.
And McGovern being a laid out didn't really help either because, you know, that really, like, stopped their run off half back. But a couple of people might disagree with me today, but I really think that Lewis Young really, really did well today.
I thought he stepped up, mate.
I thought, you know, he played his role, and I think that, you know, I don't really think that he'll play finals. I reckon, you know, that's not up to me, but we'll see. If we do make it, obviously. But I think who else? Ollie played a really good game today.
He did.
No,
he did.
He really,
Zach,
was just,
I'm going to move along because we've got a
all right,
few people here, and I want to
Tez.
also cover the
Go
last
Port.
few minutes.
Go Port.
Go Port. Thanks, Zach.
See you, Tez.
See you,
Go
mate.
Bulls.
Hello, Miller.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I was really sure that we were going to win by 19 points today.
Same.
What did you make of the game?
Well, the first quarter we didn't really play that well, but in the third quarter I thought we turned it on a bit.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Is that Dad in the background?
Yep.
There's a lot going on right now, Miller. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What else did you think of the game?
Well, I think we did put a good effort in, but yeah, we just unfortunately Higgins kicked that goal.
Yeah, it was a bit of a heartbreaker, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Freo behind. Whew. Well, Miller, do you think that Port are going to win this game?
Yes.
By how much?
Um, 8 points.
Port by 8 points? All right, I'll hold you to it. Thanks, Miller. You have a good night, okay?
You too.
See ya. Oh, I don't really know what to do. Do we just do watch along for the last bit and then get back into fan cams? Like I do want to listen to what everyone has to say, but I also really want to watch this game. Johnny Holden.
No, I was going to say, mate, do watch alongs. Do watch alongs.
I think we do the watch along, right? We kick this home.
I'm not watching it because I'm like on here with you, but yeah, I've not long got home, so I don't know what most other people have said. Has anyone? Obviously, people have mentioned about the water bottle shit.
Not yet. We haven't touched on that yet.
Well, that happened just to the side of us, and it was a clown from behind the back, came down through the aisle, hurled it at the umpy, and then took off out. So he wasn't a cheer squad member or anything like that. You know where the guys who drink and stand at the standing area? He come from that area from behind us, come down through it, and then hightailed it out of there. So it wasn't a cheer squad member. So he was just probably just a dickhead, to be honest with you. I mean, we don't need that in any sport, regardless of being a Carlton supporter. But umpiring was pretty ordinary today. But I think we always have ourselves to blame with this. Last week we played that. We lowered our eyes when we went into the 50 because we had no Charlie and no Harry. They reverted back to that bombing it in long. And again, I was watching the forward line setup, and all you saw was how these guys, they all congregate. Yaval's got hit the nail on the head. I mean, a lot of it, you've got to look at our defensive coaching. It's the same setup all the time. Now, I always disagree with just because you were a forward, you can't coach as a backline coach. A coach is a coach, regardless of whether you played as a professional footballer or not. The argument could be, well, what would he know being a forward? Well, he played on backmen, so he knows how they operate. So that doesn't really matter who's who. A coach is a coach. I don't think he's the right bloke. They need to sort of look at that because
Johnny,
I don't. Yeah.
I might bring you back after the game's
Yeah, mate,
done.
go for it. Yeah. Enjoy.
Yeah.
You go.
Thank you.
Go.
just because I want to pay attention and I want to listen and give you the respect. But it's an 8-point game, 5 minutes, 44 to go. Oh, I've never done a watch along before. This is fucked. Oh my God. Rio kind of reminded me of 2022, by the way. 5:30 to go. Oh my God. Okay. Ball up 50 meters from the Freo goal. It's 9 goals, 13-67. To 11 goals, 9-75. Ball up. 5 minutes left. Oh my God. I did message Pommy. He didn't want to come on. He said he couldn't do it to himself. I would love Pommy here, but I just can't. He just doesn't want to do it. Fair enough. I mean, Port have been up all game. 5 minutes, 1 second to go. Ball up. 50-meter arc. 50 meters from the Port Adelaide goal. Horn Francis. Handball to Boak. Oh. Oh! Goal! Willie Rioli's kicked a goal. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's 12 goals, 9. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's 81-67, 4 minutes and 44 to go. That's a bad number if you're into Chinese culture. Oh. This is the most ridiculous scenario I've ever experienced. Oh my God, we're alive. Guys are alive. Go to Brizzy. Not yet. Oh my God. All right, the ball gets bounced. Come on, Port. Yeah, those of you who are in the waiting room, I will get you in for fan cams after the game's done. Hayden Young's got his calf iced up. Oh. Pommy. Oh!
Hey!
How long have you got left? Oh!
4:25.
Go, Willie!
Oh, what a big
Great tackle,
tackle.
Asava. How's that not holding the ball, mate?
Look at Asava, the big fucking meathead.
Oh my God.
Can I just say, watch-alongs are well easy when you don't give a shit. This is what I've been doing wrong. I care too much. This is where it's gone wrong.
It's just the boys, you know. Damien, Carlton going to go full Stephen Bradbury. Imagine.
Stephen
4 minutes
Bradbury.
to go. Oh, Aaliyah.
Let's hope they got Stephen Bradbury and not fucking Ray Gun.
Go. Go. Got Jace Burger.
Oh, look at that. Look at that staunch hit.
Yeah.
What a man.
Was that Sarong that hit him?
Nah,
Voss?
it's look at him. William Drew.
How do you do
Sit
this? Come on. Go.
Tell you what, Ryan there, I thought he was going to kick his head.
Holding the ball. Oh, mate.
Big root. Tell you what, Luke Ryan's got one hell of a fucking peg on him. Goal coming up here. Goal bound.
Oh, Luke Ryan again.
2 minutes 50. 40
Oh my God, I
points.
can smell finals. Intercept. Go on, break my heart again, AFL. Break my heart again. You think you can kill me, mate? I died a long time ago, Pommy. A long time ago.
Terry, there's what's it called? There's 14 points, bro. 14 points, 2 minutes 30. This is Jova.
Are we playing finals?
It would appear so, my good friend. I mean, Hinkley's happy. Look, Hinkley's wandering around like. Oof.
Ball up. Where it. Surely.
How
right?
come we didn't? I wish we had this ump.
Had what?
I wish we had this umpire.
Yeah.
Because he's just getting on with it. Oh, risky kick.
Got to risk it for the biscuit. Another ball up. 2 minutes to go.
Dead on. 2 minute warning. Some big hits in this game.
Have Freo lost their last 3?
Oh, this don't make this nail biting, you fuckers.
Nah, it's game over, right? Come on.
Mate, that was an interesting tactic by Frederick there, doing the old handball into someone's face. 1 minute 20. Oh, no, someone's called. God. Someone's used a swear word. Look, the Optus stewards are kicking someone out.
Oh.
Sorry, mate. Look, you're going to have to move. You've had fun. 1 minute 8. Ball comes in. Big Mark.
Big Mark.
Oh, look at the arrogance as well. He's hitting with the shoulder. What an absolute toffee.
Connor, you're watching the last 2 minutes. You hoped we had a chance. Mate, we're playing finals football. Does that mean we deserve to play finals football?
Oh. Jordan Sweet.
Jordan Sweet. Jordan Sweet. Kick it.
And that is all she wrote. That's it. Game over. It's Jova.
I was standing. You were there. Two worlds collided. And they could never, ever tear us apart. Ba-da-da-da.
Look, I only came on here because you said you wanted me and the fucking chat did. You know what I mean?
I did.
I'm not singing anything to do with these fuckers. I'm not even saying thank you. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like fucking, this is my idea of hell watching other teams.
This has been the most cooked stream I've ever seen. Oh, that means that Chad, I told you the Charlie Curto giveaway happens on the next team's stream.
You know what? You know what you need to do?
What?
I think you need to right now get on the internet and book your flight to Brisbane.
Oh, fuck.
No, you got to do it now because all the other boffins will. Look, you've got 1,300 people here, which means that you are ahead of 1,300 people because they're hanging on to our word. So buy it now. Quick, buy it now, Terry. Buy it now. Get it fucking bought, Terry. Get there. Well done, Pot. Well done.
Disgusting.
I'm still not thanking him, but I'll say well done. You know what I mean? But
so, did we deserve to play finals?
Look, as pissed off and as sad as I am, right? The ladder don't lie. I always say that. So, are we the 8th best side in the land? maybe. But we're there, so you got to take your chance. I mean, the fuckers couldn't take their chance. 5 minutes to go against St Kilda. So how many times do you want to take it? So take your chance. Brisbane, do you know what I mean? You got to do it. I'd say, to answer your question, do we deserve it? We deserve it more than Freo.
Yes.
So does that make us 8th, maybe?
So what? Brisbane next Saturday night? Is that the game?
Don't we get a week off?
Sorry, a week off. True. I
need a week off.
I literally nearly booked for next week. I was like this close.
Imagine that. Imagine. Hi, welcome to Blue Abroad. I'm here at the Gabba a week fucking early.
Reflections with Ari. Like, Ari, can't wait for Saturday night. Oh,
Ari,
man.
what the fuck are you doing? Oh, dear.
Oh, man, I'm sweating. Oh. You know
Hunter
what,
makes
though?
a good point. Were you just checking the prices and going, what the fuck's everyone on about? A couple of grand. It's only $150 to go to this. You know what? I so need a week off.
Oh, my God.
You have no idea how much I need a week off.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I am. Oh, man, that's just taken a lot out. That's just. Anyway, Pommy, see you in finals, my friend.
Mate, a week to go. Week
you,
off.
man.
I'll see you up tomorrow for ratings.
See you, bro.
I reckon, yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking go!
Carlton again, ale, ale. Carlton again, ale, ale. Carlton again, ale, ale. Carlton get battered everywhere they go. 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 Everywhere they go.
You know these chairs. Huh? I want it for one.
Mate, Kenny did it for his old mate Mossy. Oh, dearie me. The footy gods were on our side tonight.
So
how good is
my
that?
first thought is we did the right thing by not risking players. We played the players that were not, 50-50. You trust the people to do their job. I mean, we lost, but now you get a fresh McGovern.
Oh,
fresh.
I've tweeted him for that as well. And we're going to have in Charlie, in Harry, in Williams, in McGovern, in Chera, in a Fitzard. Who else? In Moya, in De Koning. Get them all in.
Is it like it's probably 2 rucks, right? If De Koning, because De Koning's probably not.
Have a listen to us now.
What's the line for next week? I'm back in Brisbane.
You're on the mics, gentlemen.
Oh,
yeah, everyone they can all hear us.
I'm back in Brisbane. The line next week. Have a few thousand. Don't bother.
Oh, Doherty.
Oh, yep.
Up and down the wing. Hear the Gabba sing. Sam Doherty. Oh, mate, how good is this? We're going to have the Blue Broad Show, the Jumper Punch, team selection again. Untitled Blues podcast is going to go for another week. We're all going to go for another week, mate. How good.
Oh, my God.
The AFL leading Carlton in finals. Not Roadblock FC.
I'm selling tickets to the Brisbane game, so $1,000 each.
Mars, are we a chance next week? Are you giving us a chance?
Are we a big chance, Mars, next week? Come on, yeah, there's always a chance. Don't be negative.
Not a chance. It'll be 6-goal loss.
You wait until we kick the first 5
and lose again in the prelim.
How good's Voss?
No, they've broken him. Poor guy. Mate, they broke me too.
All right. I'm going to head off. We're about to record our little Arsenal podcast here, mate. So
true.
it's a celebratory weekend for all of us. Come
Enjoy,
on, you
lads.
Blue Boys, get in.
See you, mate.
Oh.
Oh, what a night. Watching Freo on a Sunday night lose to Port because they're fucking shite.
Cutler in the eye. Cutler in the eye.
Oh, mate, that is just.
Oh, how good! How good!
Oh,
I would have
that is.
pissed myself laughing if you actually had booked tickets for next week. That would have been just the funniest thing.
That's why you don't multitask.
Mm.
I'm not a multitasker.
Well,
Oh
I'm
my.
sitting here, biscuit ass, enjoying watching the watch along. No, it was yeah, what a day. I mean, I was confident quietly, but there was that in the back of the head that we're not going to do it. Just too many outs, too many injuries at the wrong time. And today, St Kilda Roadblock Football Club, like that's what we call them. Like Josh and I, we just call them. They're just a roadblock, and they just do this to us all the time.
Yeah.
But we have this knack of always having these little small forwards run amok. And this
Yeah.
is what I was saying, like not last week, the week before, about some of our small defenders. A lot of our defenders don't defend. They play that link football all the time. First and foremost, they forget to defend. And I hate saying it. I mean, but I think Mars is right with what he just said about Brisbane. Like their small forwards just cut us to pieces. They always have.
Yeah.
We don't have that lockdown defender, small defender. Like Weeders is fine because Weeders does what he does, but he's a lone soldier when it comes to being a lockdown defender. And unfortunately, I think while we've got some of the coaching and some of the game plan, I think this is going to hurt us. And this is why I always say 25, 26, they're going to go away and they'll look at this and go, okay, where do we need to fix? What do we need to fix? You can't play football with a defense that leaks so much like ours does and expect to be at the pointy end of the year. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
You have a look at the great sides. They defend first and then everything comes from there. So I think it will happen. Look, I'll enjoy this ride for as long as it is, and as long as it takes us, I really will. But yeah, just seen too much football to know a good side from a bad side, and unfortunately, we're in the middle of that. And I hate saying it, but reality is true. I'll be celebrating hardcore if we win it, trust me. But there's that part of me that sort of knows what I see in the past to know that it's not going to fix itself overnight. We need to enjoy what we've got and try our best. But I think they'll go away over summer, and they'll retweak a few things, and whether some of the coaches get moved on or whether they just shuffle them around a little bit, because sometimes that works. I'd like to see us get a nice experienced coach, like a Adam Simpson type ex-coach that can sort of help Vossi just tweak a few things. Like you look at all the good successful coaches, they have that right hand man that knows what's going on, like who's been there, done that before.
Yeah.
Look, we get all the troops back next week, so it's a whole different ball game. And when we had a full squad in, we beat everybody out there. We were better than them.
So, are we a chance against the Lions?
Absolutely, we are a chance. McGovern comes back in that back line. He straightens up. Lewis Young, you know what I'm like with Lewis Young. I'm not a fan of him at all. He played well tonight again.
I loved his game tonight.
He played really well, and I think maybe he's had a few kicks in the ass with us all getting on his back, with him playing in reserve football. And I always think that if you're a senior footballer, there's no better motivator to get into the senior side than getting up at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning and kicking the dew off down at Frankston or down at Southport or something like that. If that's not going to drive you to go, you know what, I hate playing on these shitholes in the wet, in the crap. I want to be playing proper football on a proper ground with the big boys. If that's not motivation to pull your finger out, because he's good enough to do it, and he showed it again tonight there, he's good enough to do it. I thought there was a couple of senior guys down back that sort of weren't. They're just not tight down back. I hate saying it all the time, but fuck, defenders are there to defend, not to attack.
Yeah.
I get that's part and parcel of it, but you got to defend. I thought Cripper and that they all played a really, really good game. Look, I'm not going to bag anyone, but yeah, it was good. Once they started lowering their eyes and they started using the forwards a little bit better, because they went back to that old bombing it in high in that first half. Once they lowered their eyes and they started looking for options, we're a different team. And once they start doing that a little bit more and it becomes that repetition, it becomes that muscle memory type thing, we will be a better side. They've got to learn to do that. I don't know whether it's bad habit, and I've said it before, is it the coaching? They're coached that way to sort of just lob it in high and get around them. If it is, then that will come unstuck, and then they'll go away and go, how do we fix this? And that's the part that I'm looking forward to, is when they finally fix all these little things, because we're a good side in a shit system. Imagine what we're going to be like when we're a good side in a good system.
Yeah.
It's true. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is the fact that they go away and go, okay, that didn't work in 22, didn't work in 23, we adjusted, hasn't worked in 24, let's readjust, 25, 26, let's go. And hopefully that's the driving force that gets us from here to that next level. I say it all the time, sometimes you've got to lose a few before you can win, because it just gets that hunger in the belly, and it gets that kick in the guts, and there's no more motivation than being kicked in the ass that many times that you come back and go, I don't like losing. Fingers crossed.
Good on you, Johnny. I love it,
Right,
mate.
Well, you take care, and I'll talk to you when I see you.
See ya.
Go Blues.
Go Blues. Hey, Maz, thanks for 5 Blue Broad memberships. There's actually a couple of you that have gifted memberships. Mark has gifted 10 BA memberships, and Damien has gifted another 10. Thanks, guys. If you got one of those memberships, make sure you say thank you. Unbranded, love this as an Eagle supporter, sucked in Freo. That's tough. That's tough for Freo. They looked promising early. Dynamic, we can fucking win this, Tez. Brisbane are nothing. They're scared of us. We can win this. We can absolutely win this thing. Hey, look who it is, Joel. Of all the things I thought wouldn't happen, I didn't expect you to bring me out from the dead and the doldrums and just say, keep believing until the end, and here we are.
Told you. No, and I looked also, I don't know how many of you looked back at the last 6 or 7 weeks for Port. They just come home like, a house on fire. So, that's why I was feeling confident. I was just, it's obviously, we all get emotional, and but I thought, look, if I could just hang in there, and fuck, boy, was that worth it. How good is that feeling now, Terry?
To be honest, I don't really have my bearings as to what I'm feeling. Well, we're live.
Look, yeah. Okay, DeConing, Kerno, my friend McKay, Williams, McGovern, Chera, and according to my friend Brian Cook, Sam Doherty might be taking his place in in 2 weeks' time in Brisbane.
Where it all happened. He goes back to where it happened. Oh, mate, it's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale.
So yeah, it's fucking yeah. What about it?
You know what
Ride this
else?
wave, everyone. Ride this
You know what
wave
else?
of euphoria and
You know what else, Joel?
just
We are going to be the biggest underdog going into finals. Nobody gives us a chance. And that is exactly when they play their best football, unfortunately. We do need to get to a point where we're mature enough to stop getting ourselves into this hole. And that's something that the club has not been able to do.
Well, I think they're all I think look, learning is not a linear. Learning's never linear, and
yes.
So you do make mistakes, but you just hang in there for dear life, and that's life, isn't it? So yeah, I guess fantastic. So what else? What can I say? I'm just stoked.
Love it. Love it. Well, mate.
So yeah, look, if we can get back that form like we did 7 weeks ago, watch out, everyone. Watch out.
Yeah, absolutely. Joel, good on you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
Cheers, everyone.
in.
Thanks for having me back again. Thanks for having me twice.
Of course, mate. No worries. Thank you. He came from the dead, and he brought us back from the dead. Cardman, you guys are so damn lucky. Oh my word. Maybe we are. Maybe we're not. Hey, Josh. Oh, the kids. Everyone's here.
Yeah, I'm back. Oh yeah, Terry. Guess what? We're not going to Bali.
We're not going to Bali.
Yeah, we've got out.
Peekaboo finals. Peekaboo. How are you, mate? How good?
Unbelievable. It's been
the ups and downs, mate. Buddy, that was just crazy. That was just up and down, mate. Unbelievable.
And we're gonna get all our players back. When we're at our best, we can beat anyone.
Well, when we're at our best, that's true. We don't fear anyone. We are the only ones that can hurt ourselves. And how about the kids today?
Unbelievable, mate.
Yep, Bins. I love Bins.
Yeah.
He's a good player, isn't he?
And Cooper Law. Oh,
what about Ashton Moore, mate?
Moya.
What about Ashton Moore?
On his left.
There might not be room for Harry and Charlie. Actually, no, there is room for Harry.
If we had Harry and Charlie, we beat them by 20 goals.
Yeah.
We were going nuts in the Freo game. Freo Port. Oh, we've got.
I better say hi.
Oh yes.
We recently got these blue abroad.
Buy them.
Yeah.
How good's
Come
that?
on, everyone. You've got to buy a pair, all right?
Yeah.
Get around
Please,
them.
come on.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah,
guys,
yes, mate.
The lucky Jacob
the
Wiedering.
lead.
Yeah. So for those watching, these are the guys that gifted me the Jacob Wiedering poster. So
We did, mate.
Thank you so much.
No
Thanks for your
worries.
support. And we're playing finals footy.
We are.
And we're not going to Bali.
Hey, Tez.
We're staying here.
Tez. Come on, Terry.
See you in the
Come
granny.
on.
Come on, Terry.
See you in the granny.
Bye,
See you
mate.
guys.
All the best, buddy. Ciao.
Wow, what a turn of events. Sam.
Hey Terry, how are you?
Good, mate. Thanks for waiting. I feel like
No, that's all right.
You in earlier, the vibe.
No, that's okay. Thanks for having me on. I haven't been on before, but I've been watching, and yeah, it's a really good thing you do. So thanks, and a bit of a roller coaster tonight. But I tell you what, I tell you who I love right now is how good is Austin done off field. You think about those kids. You know, they have to wait their time, and you think about the quality. So I think that's exciting. Obviously, not all of them are going to play against Brisbane, but gee, you know, our list is building nicely, and I know we're hungry for a flag. But it was obviously disappointing until we got this result. But we're on the right path, and I know we talk about defense, and 100% that's where we are. It's stoppage defense, and I know Pommy's talked about, everyone's talked about. It's pretty clear. But I guess what I would say is we defended so well last year. The issue was that we couldn't quite score enough, as we know, and we was relying on stoppage. And so then I think we tweaked the game plan too much the other way. So we've got the offense going, but we haven't got the defense right. So, but we've proven that we can score. We've proven we can defend. We just haven't done it in one season. So once we do that, I don't think there's a team in the league that will challenge us. I think the core of the group is there. And the other one is Sam Doherty, how much we missed him this year. If he comes back in 2 weeks, maybe we'll see. But absolutely a full team.
It's just a rare scenario that you end your season in heartbreak. You go through, and the players would have done it because we've been doing it for the last 2 hours. You go through the thought process of, oh my God, missed opportunity, team selection, coaching decisions earlier in the season, whatever. And your footy season's dead, so to speak. And then you get a chance to redeem. And so you get a chance to learn the lesson without fully having your season end in the same year. It's
like a second chance for all the players, and it's not just the ones who played, right? It's the ones sitting there. You think about all those guys. I mean, there's footage of Sam Walsh in 22 sitting there watching us lose to Collingwood in that last quarter. And look, and then you look at what Sam did today. Like, he was one of our better players around the ball. I mean, he made some mistakes as he does, but he won clearance, he won contested possession, he had goal assists. He was, and he wasn't alone, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but then now you think of Mackay and Kerner and these guys, in terms of, and the list goes on. So it's exciting. Look, and with a full team, absolutely, we can take it to Brisbane, and that's going to be a fascinating watch. But I think, obviously work's needed in the off season around our game, just to iron it out a bit. But I'm fully confident we're not far away. I reckon within a year or two, for sure, we're going to be in a granny. This core is good. And you look at Newman, you look at Wiedering. I mean, it wasn't as great tonight, but I think he needs a bit of help down there. And whether that's just the development of a Lewis Young, whether that's, the way that McGovern and Kemp play, whether Kemp still plays defence next year, or do we need to get another tall, because we got 2 talls in our list that have just been injured in Marchbank and Sam Durden. So, that will come in the off season, obviously, but it's exciting we get the second chance, and I'm sure those core players will stand up when it matters. And whether we can win or not, but we'll find out. But obviously we'll be cheering. We have played some great football this year, and we've proven that a lot of the facets of the game we can play well. We just haven't done it consistently enough all at once. So it's going to be exciting.
Got to be in it to win it.
Absolutely. But you're on the grid and anything can happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, mate, thanks so much for calling in. First time.
No problem.
Feel free to jump in anytime, and see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good, Terry. Enjoy your night, and go Blues.
Go Blues. Original 1551 with $3 says, can we get a Carlton people interview with Joel? Sure. We can get a Carlton people interview with absolutely anyone you want. Jimmy, a 13-month member of this channel, says Redemption Tour 2024, starting where it ended in 2023. Yeah. There is a link pinned to the top of the live chat. It is for the signed Charlie Curnow Guernsey. I told you, if you watch the team show, I said, I started this raffle and I said, we're going to draw out the winner on the next team's show. So you got a couple of weeks, but there it is there. There's your signed Guernsey, Charlie Curnow, We're going to raffle it off. Tickets are $5. There it is right there. Link is at the top of the live chat. All right, let's go. Beachy, you and me, 1 out, my friend.
1 out, and we've been through the roller coaster of emotions, every single direction possible.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's.
I almost messaged you at some point in the game, trying not to just to see how the hell you were going, but I was also more worried about the people around me. I mean,
Yeah.
this was something else.
It was. I don't know. This will go down as one of the most fascinating fan cams ever. Like, it's a loss, and it was devastating. We were dead an hour ago, and we've come to life because we've quickly realized that, there's a bigger picture scenario happening. I am disappointed in the way the result went tonight, but obviously, we're in finals, and that's what I think matters more than anything. I understand that we've let opportunities slip, and in a really weird way, getting to 11-4, banking yourself in that situation, sometimes you get a little lucky, and maybe we're seeing a little bit of that, and now we're going to get an injection of plays into the team that are pretty rested. Obviously coming back from injury, but pretty rested. So we're going to be fresh. And so now the opportunity is still alive.
Yes. And, I've been saying this to a few people. I was saying it to at least a sporting cousin of mine who I'm in regular contact with. We're always talking about the footy in some way, shape or form at some point. this season, we've pretty much been like a cat with 9 lives. I mean,
Yeah.
how many times have we had opportunities present to us? We've then slipped up, but the teams around us have also slipped up as well. Tonight against between the Dockers and the Power, where the Dockers had every opportunity to put us on our ass, to finally end it for us, and they stuffed up again.
I kind of feel for Freo. That's devastating in a really weird way. Like, obviously, I'd much rather be in there, but wow, footy's a brutal game. Really brutal.
Absolutely. I mean, Freo pretty much experienced what we experienced to a lesser extent in 2022. Okay, where we had the fan cam session, and I told you the exact emotions that I felt, because those were the exact emotions that I felt immediately after the game when we lost that by 2 points. Long story short, I had people consoling me, saying it's okay, we'll be back then, we'll be back next year. Fortunately, now we'll be back in a couple of weeks. To the point, I had a Carlton supporter come off the ground from their kick to kick, sit next to me, give me a hug or whatever, and just try and console me. And I'm just like, thank you for that. She really she saw what I was feeling, and like everybody else, and so obviously that was a different kind of pain, but now it's mixed emotions, because we've seen it happen to us, and now Fremantle, but it happened to them.
Beachy, I know that we've been excuse me, I know that we've been through the ringer, not just this year, but for many years. I think you and I came into contact maybe 2020, maybe 2021. I don't remember.
2020, I think, roughly.
2020.
Like in situations like this, and funnily enough, the first fan cam I made an appearance on was the Jack Nins after the siren goal against the Dockers. How fitting's that? I mean, we've had some conversations here and there over social media or whatever, but this kind of stuff, this has been going on for years now, and it's not just been happening for AFL, it's been happening with AFLW, it's been happening with the reserves, you name it.
Do you dare to believe again?
Jesus Christ. I'm still trying to process what happened. I mean, look, we're going to have to. We've got the finals to worry about. After 2 months back, when we probably thought we'll have this sewn up, we'll have a top 4 spot, home final, prelim final, grand final. No, we've now got to do this the hard way. Especially when we've got to go into state week 1, and then I looked at the fixture for it, and it looks like we're going to have to go interstate in back-to-back weeks. So that could be interesting.
So we need to beat the Lions, then it would be a trip to Sydney to face either the Giants or the Swans.
Yep.
Wow.
And then the crossover. So then it
could be Adelaide again. It could be 3 interstate trips in a row.
Yeah, and then we're not back, and then we're not playing at the MCG until the grand final. So really, we have a very, very tough, potentially a very tough finals run, but we're going to have to face it head on, because we can't sit back and allow this to be dictated to us. We have to dictate this ourselves.
Amen. Beachy, always a pleasure, mate. You look after yourself.
Thanks, mate. You too.
See ya. Michael Madden, $5. Carlton are playing finals. Collingwood, Essendon, and Tigers are not. Take a deep breath and let that sink in. Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. What else have we got here? Pasquale, premiership isn't off the cards just yet. Back to the stuff and gabba, says Matthew Nisbet. Amen. Oh, okay. Let's move right along. Tyler.
Terry. Fuck.
How are you, my friend?
Mate, I think I went from depressed to now bloody happy. Seriously, like it's gone so quick.
You just what a weird documentation.
I know. It's interesting, but like, I just want to quickly say, like, I would say it was a 3-hour game. It was a tale of two kicks. One went through, one didn't. And then, to add insult to injury, you had Higgins. Oh, I don't know. No, what was his name? At the very end, who kicked the goal? Who was it?
Yeah, Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins. Sorry. Yeah, Higgins said after the game, it's amazing how one kick can decide a final. And then, contrast to Fremantle, one kick decided our final in the end anyway.
Wow, what a kick in the ass for this team of ours. Like a real rocket. Like you guys were this close to throwing it all away. All the hard work that you did, and you get one last chance. And now you got to do it the hardest way possible.
Yes.
To win it, you've got to do it the historically the hardest way possible. From 8.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Interstate. And you've got to earn the right to meet with your fans again at the MCG. Oh.
How about that? What a story, mate. What a story. What a way to end the season, in a sense, or the home and away season. Because I don't know, a lot of my family were messaging me saying, I think we're cooked, that's it, we're done. Freo gonna win and all of that. And I had my Collingwood friends messaging me going, sucked in. And I said, just wait a second. And then, bang. Thank God for that. But it was so funny to watch you doing like a watch along for the first time. Now you pretty much experience what we go through all the time, Terry.
Oh, well, you kind of understand why I don't do watch alongs now.
Yeah, I do, mate. But look, full credit goes to St Kilda, obviously, because they won in the end. It was they played really well, but we've got a lot of good players coming through. Ashton Moyer, fuck, he's going to be he's going to be really good if we develop him right.
Which ones do you play?
Oh, this is going to be a headache, and this is obviously you bring McGovern back in. I don't know if you move Kemp, or you might have to move Kemp back down to the back line. And then, do you bring the chance of, is Fogarty back? Do you reckon Fogg will be back in that time?
No, I think Fogarty's done. I think he's done for the year.
Right, so he's done. Okay, so then you've got the likes of Ashton Moore can go in for that or something like that. But at the same time, you got to try and feed in Charlie. You got to try and feed in Harry. Williams, Chera. There are so many players that are going to come in that have that star factor, that wow factor. But at the same time, you've got kids that are playing really well. Do you give them a shot or not? I would see Cooper Lord come out, and also potentially Binns, and that's sad because they have been playing well.
I think Ashton Moyer is ready. I think he's ready
I think he's ready too.
I think he's one. You know how there's certain people that you can throw him in the deep end?
Yeah.
I think Cowan's got it. He's got that trait. You throw him in the deep end and he'll figure it out.
Oh, he's been phenomenal. Cowan. So,
and I think Ashton's got it for sure. I mean, look, I can't believe we're still alive. Oh my God.
Mate, seriously, I could not believe it. Like, we finished the game. I messaged her and I said, that hurt, but you know what? It's it's in the hands of Port, and they delivered us our saving grace, apparently. So,
yep, my boys, my Port Adelaide power. I told you, mate, we've got the power to win.
Absolutely. But now, unfortunately, Terry, you're still going to have to sing that St Kilda song. I don't know if you're going to do it in your review or you're going to do it now. Just get it over and done with now, Terry. Get it over and done with.
Yeah, I'll sing it. I made a bet. Fucking hell.
Just get it over and done with in the fan cam so you don't have to do it tomorrow.
Nah, I'll speak to Jake and I'll do it properly. And
Yeah,
I'm a man
fair
of my
enough.
word. I might even just shave my head as well, just because. Well, that wasn't part of the bet, but anyway, Tyler, we live to see another day. Great
We
to speak
do.
to you, my friend.
Let's take it to the Lions, mate. Let's take it to the Lions.
Good on you, mate. Go Blues.
Go Blues, mate.
Evan.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How you doing?
Every emotion under the sun, but inshallah.
Inshallah, we'll win the flag. Inshallah.
Like, I called in ready to rant about the game and all. I can't even say. Now I'm just gonna get a tattoo of Willie Rolly at this moment. This is the one time I'll forgive you for all your Port Adelaide love. Yeah, let it fucking rain.
Yeah, you see, I told you, my boys, Port Adelaide, mate. They're my boys.
Jason Horne-Francis, I got to give her up. That kid is special. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know how to feel really, but we got there, didn't we? We got there.
Look, it's just another reminder. Firstly, how fine the margins are. How you just cannot take your position in this league for granted. Look, banking wins is the narrative shifts so quickly. All of a sudden, we did the right thing by banking wins when we could. And it kind of came back around in a positive way for us. But
those early wins are so crucial.
Yeah.
And damn, does it show? Oh man. Ooh.
So, like, what now? Like, do the boys just come back in and they've got a renewed sense of life and they won't take their moments for granted now? And is this us?
Well, I think in a way, I mean, I think one of the disappointing things about this year has been like at times, I think maybe with the group, unlike last year when they went away and had a few beers at Konos, I don't feel like they've been as honest with each other. I don't feel like they've, really looked each other in the eye and questioned themselves and say, how are we really playing, the way we should be, the way we know we can.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, you don't want to blame injuries. No, we've said it a million times, but that massive injury toll, like I'm kind of even surprised that we did make it in the end, with that many injuries. But like, how many players are due back next week?
Oh, mate, honestly, I think Harry, Charlie, McGovern, Zach Williams, I reckon DeConing would get up.
Yeah.
If Doc's another one, that's 6.
I mean, if Doc played to go up to Brisbane, where he played his last game earlier this year, that would be crazy.
Hey, can we give some love to Ollie Hollins in his last 4 weeks?
Hell yeah, man. He's fought his ass off. And like, yeah, he's become a little bit of a whipping boy. Second year blues happens to like 90% of AFL players, I feel. But he's just working and like, you can't question his heart. Shit, he might turn it over. He might slip a tackle. He's human, I think we've got to be a bit more forgiving. Like Young is another one. Like, yes, I've said it before, Young is not a world beater, but like he's trying. He's putting it all on the line. He plays for the club. So yeah. I mean, I think the thing with next week is that there's got to be a bit of question about selection integrity, because for those players who have been out a bit longer, like maybe Adam Chera, like he's kind of had a few injuries this year. Like, does he get in, or do we keep someone like Carroll in? The players that like Charlie and Harry, they haven't been out for that long, so I get it, but it's going to be interesting. McGovern obviously is pretty damn crucial. TDK, I mean, I think if we're going up and facing Oscar McInerney, we need TDK, to be honest.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Because that athleticism, like we need, like, Pitnet's not going to do it.
No.
But do you play Pitnet and DeConning?
Well, this is the question. I don't think, reasonably speaking, I don't think you would bring in Tom on his own, given how much football he missed.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know. That's my guess right now. That's
complete speculation.
So, but we'll get there.
Yeah, as you say, there's the week off. They really, I mean, I think all year, like many have said it, like our defense, well, we've been like bottom 4 for defense.
Yep.
So it speaks volumes. I think I honestly feel like they haven't been that honest with each other or being that accountable. You can question the coaching, but really at the end of the day, this group has been together through several coaches and, emotional damage, but it's there, man. Like, but hey, we made it. We fucking made it. I don't know how to feel right now, to be honest. Like, kind of feels like a bit of a consolation prize, but I called in after we smashed along and I said to you, mate, I don't fear anymore. I trust this team fully. And I don't feel like an idiot for saying that because it was kind of like evidence-based, but I do feel foolish because was my trust misplaced? I'm not sure. Like, we know what they're capable of at their best, so we just gotta hope that's what it is.
Gotta hope
that
for
we
the
bring
best.
it.
Yep, mate.
But
good on you. Thanks for
I'll
calling
be calling
in.
you from Cambodia in 2 weeks' time, mate. So
Oh, wow.
my first abroad call in.
I love it. Please do.
Yeah, excellent, mate. Terry, and thanks for all your work this year. And big shout out to Pommy for the fan cams all year, man. Like, he's been through the ringer. If you haven't already, get over to Pommy and Oz, subscribe, sign up, get around it. All the best, Terry. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate your work.
Thanks, mate. Go Blues.
Have a good one.
The game will be Saturday night, guys. Connor, I was glad Port Adelaide won for us. I was too, mate. Connor, let's get you in, mate. Hello.
Hello, Jerry.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Connor, I'm sweaty. I was depressed. Now I'm excited. Now I'm hopeful. I'm a bit of everything, mate. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's the same as name. I'm a bit the same.
Yeah.
So I was not expecting yet as I lost.
Were you at the game
my
today,
God.
Connor?
Hmm?
Were you at the game today?
No, I was watching it at home.
Yep.
But I did watch on the way down there. I watched the first bounce. As we kicked the first goal, straight into it. Then straight after the last point, we were in front. Thought we were going to lose, but we didn't lose at least. But I thought we were going to have to lose and lead, but we just didn't hold it. We didn't hold it very long.
No, we
I was
didn't.
expecting it to be a bit longer, but yeah.
What about the end, mate? Brody Kemp lining up for goal. I thought everything was fine, and then it wasn't.
I thought so too. I'm not surprised. And I also did a purchase as well. I saw the link for the Saragano as well.
Oh, you got your raffle ticket for the signed Kerno Guernsey?
Yes, I did.
Mate,
purchased $10 and $5 I purchased 3 times.
Well, mate, I hope that I'm spinning the wheel and I could be calling you on that night on that team show.
I hope so.
I love it. Hey, Connor, can we beat the Lions?
I hope we do, but fingers crossed though.
Absolutely.
Oh,
You're a
my
legend. Thanks for calling in, Connor.
I'll talk to you next fortnight, I think, isn't it?
You absolutely will, my friend.
So I'll talk to you in the next fortnight then.
All right, mate. Go Blues.
Go Blues.
Love it. Skills pay bills. As a Port fan, I'm so happy for you guys. Always had a soft spot since Craig Bradley left and played for you. Thank you. Hey, I love Port, just so you know. I absolutely love Port. I'm not afraid to say it. Always have. All right, let's move along. Who have we got here? We've got Ben, who called in from Brooklyn weeks ago, and then he came to the game today. Hello, mate.
How you going, Terry?
I don't even know
what a day. We're going to Brisbane. That's all I know. I can't believe it. I think I saw something that said there was a point we were and then weren't for about 10 times over the course of the game.
Yep. So can you just run through your last week or so? Like you've touched down from Brooklyn. Give us the whole
I left.
story.
We left on Wednesday. So we planned this trip back in like April, and when we were going strong, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna make finals. And so I was like, look, I have been to a bunch of games. I lived here for like 6 months back in 2005 or 6, and I've never seen the Blues win. Every game I've been to, we've lost.
Wow.
And that continued today, sadly. I've still never got to sing the song, which is all I was trying to do, just once. We made it to finals though, so that's great. But so I planned this trip so that we'd catch the last game of home and away, and then the first game of finals, and then fly right back to the US. And so we took off on Wednesday, flew New York to Auckland, Auckland to Sydney. Sydney missed our connection because the luggage took too long. By the time we got here, and to Monique's parents, which is where we're staying, very kindly of letting us stay here, I think it was about 34 hours straight of travel.
Wow.
And I don't know, that was probably on Friday at some point that we got in here, and I'm still not sure what time it is or what day it is. But, and today was such a roller coaster. I mean, great game, amazing game. Yeah.
We had it. We didn't. No, pardon?
Did you see Vossi's press conference?
I haven't seen Vossi's press conference.
He said he was just totally proud. He was like, they put everything out there. He didn't feel like everyone tried really, everyone gave it all.
Yeah.
And we were essentially a VFL team playing an AFL team, and we still got right there. I heard it was 14 seconds left, someone told me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Heartbreak. We put Jack Higgins now in the category of Robbie Gray, Jamie Elliott, Nick Dacos. You just can't even, what do you say?
Incredible. I mean, Giorgiardi's missing that at the end though. Like I thought it was over there.
Kemp?
He was the one who took the last set shot, right?
For us?
No, for St Kilda.
For Port.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I just watched the Port game. Philippou,
yes.
Yes. Still working on that.
Yeah, there were so many moments where I thought we had lost it, and then we escaped from jail, and then it's been a day, mate. It's been a really weird day. I think our brains, like stimulation overload, and this is the life of a Carlton supporter. This is it.
Hey, this is different. This is very different than any other year I've experienced, just because we came good, then we came bad, and that part I've seen, but then we ended up in finals, and
yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. I would love to see anyone who can make it back in the side. I don't know how you make those cuts at this point, but it's gonna. I mean, at least I feel like we have a chance. Where it just didn't. There were some dark moments today, very dark. I can't believe it. It's fantastic, and it was great meeting you. Thank you so much. That was fantastic.
No worries. Thanks for your support over the years. It was good to link up before the game. Mate, we're still alive, so stick around because there's more to come.
We'll see you in Brisbane, and maybe on the cams after. But that's wow.
Fingers crossed.
Cloud 9.
Amazing. Thanks,
Take
Ben.
care. Thank
See
you.
mate.
Cheers.
Vic Wide renovations. Question 1, Kemp or Young next game? Question 2, Moya or Martin? Great questions. Derek, Def Saturday night, also searching for 2 tickets to the game. I am pretty sure it is going to be us on Saturday night. Pretty sure. Okay, let's move right along. Jimmy, Ella.
Oh, Ella, mate, how you going?
Yeah, good, mate.
I don't think I've ever been through a night where the club can like bring you to the lowest of lows and back to the highest that quick.
It was the most fascinating scenario because an hour ago we didn't know whether or not we deserved to be in finals, and the answer to that question relied on the result of another game. Like literally, we Freo win tonight, and we're sitting here probably turning up the rage button.
It's not the Carlton Whalers has done the hardest way possible.
Cooked, bro.
Cooked. But we got a week off next week to rest up for.
Thank goodness, man. Thank goodness. Yeah, it's I mean, wouldn't have it any other way, but it is exhausting. It takes a lot.
It does. I mean, I've seen it with you week in week with the fan cams, man. The mental fortitude you've got now, I don't think anyone's got it equal to that.
Bulletproof. Yeah, we're seeing some shit.
We're seeing some shit, but look, the positives, like everyone else has said, we've got players coming back.
Yeah,
we've discovered some additional guns in the arsenal now with Moore and Lord. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. We've beaten Brisbane and Brisbane. No reason why we can't do it again. So look, we just got to be stronger together and believe.
I mean, look, Joel came on and was actually right. The guy's the oracle when I think about it. It's until the final siren has gone on the season, until the very end.
The guy was ready to trade a bunch of players when he first came on. So if he can turn, anyone can turn.
Yeah, no, it was good. He definitely, snapped me out of it a little bit. I didn't know coming into this show tonight. Honestly, on the way home, I'm like, fuck, what's the vibe? What's the vibe? Because I was devastated. I was angry, and I already started going into it wasn't about today. It was about, you flirted with danger when you had the strong position that you were in. So I was angry, and I was ready to let that anger manifest into whatever. And now I'm hopeful again. And what's the lesson in all of this?
You don't stop till that fat lady sings, mate. That's what it is.
True.
That's the idea. Just keep going hard at it until it's over.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
Can we beat the Lions, mate?
Of course we can. Why not? We can beat anyone on it if we're up for it, and they believe they can do it.
Yeah, we can beat anyone.
So that's all we can hope for.
Yep. Well, Jimmy, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thanks for calling in.
It's good to see you again. Good luck with the rest of the cams.
Thanks, mate. See ya.
All right, mate. See ya.
Hey, Mia, welcome to YouTube membership. Thank you very much. Connor, thanks for getting me in tonight. Tez, when are you doing the raffle? Will I be in the video when it is live, or how do I do it? Okay, so the teams show in 2 weeks now. So the week of the Brisbane game, when we do the team selection show, I will be drawing out the winner for that show. So everyone who enters, you've got until that day, which will be, I think, Thursday, the 4th of September, or the 3rd of September. And I'll have everyone in the wheel. I'll spin the wheel, and we'll have a winner. Josh Holden.
Hey, Terry, how you going, mate?
Mate, I was biscuit asked 2.5 hours ago, and now I'm up. I'm alive.
I told you we'd make the 8.
You did.
Yep, called it after the Hawthorn game. I said to my dad, he was throwing a fucking tantrum like a 4-year-old. And I said, mate, we're making the 8. We're going to beat West Coast. And then I said, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it. And thank God for Ken Hinckley and his men, because they did exactly what we needed. And like you, Port Adelaide's my second favourite side, has been since I was a young boy. So maybe there's a little bit of that. So that was always good. Never have I cheered for a team so hard that wasn't Carlton. I tell you now. After the Saints game, I was super, super angry. Probably only for about 5-10 minutes. I sort of calmed down on the walk to the train station and was like, still got a chance. Ports can still get us there. I was pissed off because yet again, Jack Higgins kicks the winner. Dacos kicks a winner. Old mate from Adelaide kicks the winner in the last minute. How many times is that going to happen to us? But thankfully, Port pulled us out of the fires, and now we're here. Last week, Paul mentioned there was 40%, I think it was, of Carlton supporters didn't want to make the finals. Doesn't mean anything to make the finals. If any one of those is listening, just think about all the people who are on the fan cams tonight, your family members, your mates who go for Carlton, and look at the smile on their face and tell me that doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be enjoyed. And right now, I'm on cloud 9, even though my team just got rolled with 13 seconds to go because we made the fucking finals. So who would you rather be tonight? Port Adelaide or Carlton or St Kilda? Because St Kilda won. Good on you. You won. Better team won. Sucks to be us, I guess. But who's going to Brisbane in 2 weeks' time? Not them.
True.
They're going to Bali. Got a little interesting stat for you. Including the 95 final series, we have played Brisbane in more final series than any other side. Okay, so in 95, 99, 2000, 09, last year, and now this year. That's 6 times in, I believe, 10 or 11 of finals appearances. We've never beaten Brisbane at the Gabba in a final. But you know what? We hadn't beaten Port Adelaide and Adelaide this year. We hadn't beaten Brisbane at the Gabba, period, for about 10 this year. This is the year to break hoodoos. And I think we can beat the Lions. I remember at the start of the year, we went to the Melbourne game, the practice game at Icon. Mm-hmm. And I was chatting to you before the game, and we were talking about round 0. And I don't know if you remember, but you said to me, you know what? Everyone here is just assuming we're going to lose to Brisbane. I believe we had Walsh and Wiedering out. And you went, no, fuck that. We're going to go up there and we're going to fucking win. We get 46 points down and you look like a bloody moron. And an hour later, you look like a genius. And I believed, for some reason, you said that and it clicked with me. And I went, no, you're fucking right. We are going to win this and we're going to go on a good run. And I remember that game very specifically. I was at Dad's. Again, he was carrying on like a pork chop because we're getting smacked. And I remember we kicked a couple of goals and we went, we're still on here. We're only 5 goals down. That's manageable. And then lo and behold, we pinched it. Harry kicks a great goal. So if we can do that, I don't want to hear anyone this week say, oh, but Port Adelaide have got Cam Rayner and they've got Charlie Cameron and Joe Danaher. I don't care who Port Adelaide have. We beat them last time. We can beat them again. It's not over until that final siren goes and that scoreboard says who wins. Not now, not tomorrow. In 2 weeks' time, that's when we find out.
Mate.
So we're going to cheer these boys on. If you get up to Brisbane, be nice and loud. I can't go, unfortunately. But we're all going to be sitting at home, keeping our neighbours well and truly informed of who's winning. And hopefully it's us.
Mate, fucking well said. Fucking absolutely well said. Because I remember the prelim last year. We were just inexperienced and ran out of juice. And I think we will have no issue with representation next in 2 weeks' time of Carlton representation. I think these boys will be ready for it. Also having the absolute fear put through them today for what could have been a wasted season, which isn't yet. And so bring it on.
It's not often in life you get a second chance at life. Last year, we got one in the middle of the season, and we made the most of it. We didn't win the flag, but I think most of us would be pretty happy with the prelim final, given where we were against, I believe, Essendon it was.
Yeah.
So if we win one final, we win 2. Fuck, we win 3 or 4. Who knows? Maybe we don't even win one. But be proud of these boys because what I saw tonight, they did not give up. We were beaten by a better side, but we also fielded a very, very inexperienced team. I believe at the start of the game that they mentioned it was 86 experience games on average to 144. That's 3 seasons worth of football. difference.
Wow.
And St Kilda are no mugs. Like, I know they finished a bit lower this year, but I believe Jake said they've won 7 of their last 10, maybe 8 of their last 11, including tonight.
Yeah, I think
And
now
they have beaten some half-decent sides. If that was our full side that went out there tonight, yes, 100%. That's disappointing. But, mate, I'm happy with what I saw with some of those kids. I love Ashton Moore. I need to learn how to pronounce that guy's name. But he's going to be something exciting. I tell you what. Have you ever seen a better first goal than what he kicked last week? I haven't.
And then even today, he kicked a goal on his left because he's ambidextrous.
A clutch goal too.
Yeah, he was
very exciting.
He's ready. He's ready for the
Yeah,
moment.
100%.
He's not afraid of the moment.
I hope he gets a game against Brisbane.
Yeah.
But like you said, we've probably got 6 to 10 players possibly coming back. That's a lot of players coming back, and these guys are all Australian superstars that we all sit here and go, but we've got Mackay, we've got Kerner. Yeah, they're coming back. Those players that you guys all say they're going to be the ones that they're the reason why we should win a premiership. They're coming back.
Yeah, and they need to work their asses off too.
100%, because nothing's going to be easy from here on in.
Yeah, Josh, you've inspired.
Have a good night, mate.
Love your work.
Go the Blues.
Go the Blues. Too good. Way too good. Pat. Hey, mate.
Tezza, how are you, mate?
Cooked.
I come on. I went to the pub after the Carlton game, and then come home and watched the last couple of quarters of the Port game, and had the fan cams on in the background, and the mood has changed.
We'll watch this back one day when we release the greatest Carlton documentary of all time, and we'll fucking laugh because that today has been one of the weirdest days, one of the weirdest experiences. Like, to be that devastated at Marvel today when that final siren went to now, crazy.
I moved spots on the couch about 15 times. Every one was unlucky until I got onto the ground, and then all of a sudden I'm on the ground, sitting on the ground watching the footy, and we're kicking goals, and I'm thinking we're home. But anyway, I'll just wrote a list that's terrible, but I'll read it out to you. TDK, Charlie, Harry, McGovern, Chera, Foggs, Doc, Williams, Boyd, underline, Cottrell, Cunningham, Martin. I'm pretty sure that just about every one of them names will be available in 2 weeks' time.
I think Cottrell's the only one that won't be because I reckon he's out for the year. Him and
possibly, yeah. Well, he was underlined, but then Cunningham and Martin. I don't know about Cunningham either. That's why I sort of put the underline there. But how do you fit? I counted it. I think it's 11 blokes there, maybe even 12. How do you fit? Who comes out? Because TDK plays regardless. Charlie plays regardless. Harry plays. McGovern plays. Doc plays. They're lay down as there. And then you've got Chera, Foggs, Williams, Boyd, and Martin, who should be available, possibly Cunningham, but I don't know that he actually earns his spot. But there's at least minimum 6 to 7 that's got to come in, and then another 4 or 5 that are very high possibilities that are probably walk-up starts. Like, we've got let's look forward, not back. Yeah, we lost to St Kilda today. You know what? We played our twos. I made a bet with a mate at work, put a box on it. He gave me 5 goals in. Unfortunate for him. I win. But, you know, I don't know that many teams in the finals would want to play us with a full list.
No.
We are the boogeyman now.
Well, that's the hook that we can now, the group. You know, I mean, what Vossi does to get the group motivated. I mean, they'll be motivated as it is, but there is now a hook that is there, and that is you've come from the dead. You're in 8th spot. Statistically, it's borderline impossible to win the flag. Yeah. I don't think it's ever been done from 8th. You know, you win one, you build belief. You win the next one, you just keep going. Everyone's writing you off. You are the biggest underdog in the 8 going into finals.
We play better as underdogs, Tez. If we went in as favourites, we ran straight sets. But if we go in as underdogs, we could win 4 matches.
True. Wow.
I thought I'd write it down on paper, the names, and does it upset the balance? Does it change? Like I rang you last week and I said, with the kids in, we're hungry, and messaged my uncle, and he said he was there today and he was proud of the way they played today. They gave it a red hot crack, and they did. But where do you fit these blokes in? If they've got the hunger that the young blokes have got, well, who knows? Anything could happen.
Mate, absolutely. And they'll be fresh
Well, that's
bodies.
the other thing. And another 2 weeks of freshness into Walsh, who actually played really well today. And
Yeah.
obviously, it's been pretty obvious that he's been playing pretty injured. So you put Walsh in the ice bath for the next 2 weeks, and he was player of the finals last year. There's another Paddy Cripps for you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be Brisbane at the moment. They would have much rather see Fremantle get up.
For sure.
So
For sure.
anyway,
mate,
that was just
it's a good point you've raised. I'm glad you did.
Well, hopefully we're talking. Hopefully we're talking again in 2 weeks' time, and who knows? We'll make another interstate trip, and we'll have a go. And you know what? You got to be in it to win it.
Absolutely, mate. Spot on. You
Have
have
a
a
good
good
night,
night.
mate.
See ya.
See you, bud.
That's just too good. Hey, GZ. Hello, mate. You're on mute.
You there? Can you hear me?
I can, mate. How are you?
Not bad. What a day. I mean, had anxiety and stress before, thinking about the game. And then watching the result at the end. And then it was a bit of a downer, as you know. I mean, the kids and, but they did well for what we had inside, right? And then coming out of the ground, getting soaked with the storm, walking with a friend to Flinders and getting soaked like a fish. And then going home and both of us watching Port Adelaide beat Fremantle. What a day. I just cannot believe. I mean, then we've got all those players to come back. I mean,
it's one for the history books today.
Yeah, because all my friends, whatever, a lot of them hate Carlton. I don't know. I mean, whatever reason, if they're jealous or, do you know what I mean? They go on, Carlton get the good run. I mean, I don't think that should have happened to the goal umpire. That was shocking. The or whatever.
That was disgusting. Yeah.
But the umpiring generally in the first half, I don't know if it's getting worse. I'm not making excuses, but it was pretty bad. What I was watching.
Yeah.
I don't know what you thought.
Well, it evened up towards the end, the free kick count. But at one point, I reckon it might have been 11-1, 12-1, 12-2. I think I saw it. In the end, it was 15-17. But, gee, the first 13 of those free kicks were not really enough ever. I think when Mark Pitternet earned a free kick in the second quarter, maybe, that's one of the loudest Bronx cheers I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, I could not believe it. I mean, I heard the crowd. I mean, and then if Doherty plays in Brisbane, I think he's probably one of the most inspirational players in AFL. What he's been through and everything else, right? When you think about it,
yeah.
And for him to play in Brisbane, where it happened, I think it's just an extra lift for Carlton. Even if it would be an added bonus, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I'll take a day or so to process things. Everything.
I think everyone.
Yeah, I think everything's still so raw. Like, this is the raw live reaction, but a bit of disbelief.
I just could not believe it after losing the 2 points, which we thought we couldn't. We let Kemp. I missed that not easy goal, but it was straight in front, and then it went back down, and whatever happened, and then 30 seconds, and they got a goal. So what do you do?
That's footy, eh?
Yeah, and then we finished in 8 still. St Kilda don't. But anyway, I know that's the truth of the matter, that we won enough games.
We deserve to be there, mate.
Yep. So Yeah, I've got my partner in Brisbane, so definitely going together. So looking forward to Saturday night. So hopefully all those players are back.
Amen. Mate, thanks for calling in.
No worries. Thanks, Terry. Thanks.
See ya. Just looking at the ladder. So we finished on 13 wins. Collingwood, 12 wins, 9 losses, 2 draws. It just goes to show there are 2 teams this year that had 12 wins and that didn't play finals. It's Collingwood and Freo. That's just, it has been an incredible season. I'm going to get the predictor out at the end of this fan camps, by the way. You bet your bottom dollar on that. All right. Who's next? Jesse. Hello, mate.
Hey, good to see you again. It's been a while.
Mate. Yeah, I know. Long time.
I know. I think the last time I was on fan cams was when we got beaten by West Coast by their VFL. Oh, no, or not VFL, but Waffle side in Sydney.
That was 3 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I promised myself, I was like, I'm not going to come on until we start going well. And we haven't been that well, but it was good to see you at the President's lunch a few weeks ago. Or what would that be? Because that was when we were flying high, to be honest.
That was Richmond. That was the last time we won by 10 goals. Yeah.
And we were flying high then. It was looking good. The football we were playing was first class. It looked competitive. It looked cohesive. And then since then, when we were like, what was it? 6 or 7 goals up against GWS. Since then it's just dropped off dramatically.
Yeah, it has. It has. What have you made? Is it too early to ask? Like, what have you made of the season? I mean, what do you make of this situation today?
Well, like, it's hard. Like, living over here in WA, it's pretty hard to like gather a bit of a scope because you're not in the vibe of Melbourne. You know, when you're in Melbourne, you get a bit of a vibe about how everything's going. When you're in here in WA, all you got is, to be honest with you, it's Harley Reid on the back page or it's nothing. So for us, it's been a hard navigation to scope. But I felt the Blues. We've played some bad football. We honestly have, and injuries do come into that as well. And people might like use injuries as an excuse, but I think at the end of the day, it's not the injuries before the game or after the game. It's the injuries in the game. You know, that when we've got players going down during the game, that's what's hurt us the most because at times we've had momentum, but we've lost momentum because we've lost players during the game. I don't know how it looks from your side of the field, but from over here, it looks like when we've got momentum, we seem to lose players and they go down. And then we've got to try to gather this momentum to build up into, trying to be in a winning position.
It's an interesting point. Yeah. I think early in the season with that first injury patch that we had, I thought we got through it. I think that gave us a bit more belief. Yeah. And then we got healthy, but still quite a few missing. And then we got ourselves in such a strong position. And then we all got so excited because there was still Chera to come back and Cottrell. And for whatever reason, once the fixture opened up and it looked a little easier, it all went downhill. But look, the reality is this: 19 on an injury list is just not going to get it done.
You're not going to win. You're never going to win flags with the injury list we've got. Yeah. Let's be honest. You're not. And I spoke to, I had a good conversation with David Rees-Jones and Peter Sumich, and they said as well, the big thing with Carlton is they've got in players that have their strengths and they're using them more as role players and not using them towards their strengths.
Yeah.
And I think that it does. Like when we have our role players play well, we look great. There's no doubting that. But when you got our players using their strengths to their strengths, it looks perfect. It looks great. We look fantastic. And there's nothing to doubt. I honestly still think we can still go on and make an impact in this season. There's no doubt about it. But if we want to make an impact on this season, first of all, we need to get the caliber. We need to get the boys back and have a crack at it. But I just think you've got to play to your strengths. I don't know how you feel about that, but I think
it's a valid point.
Hmm.
It's a valid point. Yeah. So what's on the cards now for you? You're a couple of hours behind Melbourne, right? So you're like what, 6:59? Is that right?
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock at the moment. It was really tense being over here. Obviously losing. Had a few people over. A few Freo fans as well that were pretty animated when we lost. It was disappointing. Like, it was, to our boys' credit, they played with heart. They showed a bit of ticket tonight, which was good. But like that last minute of play, when we had the ball in our control after what was it? Filippo missed the last goal.
Yeah.
Was it? We had an opportunity just to move the ball across the ground, soak up 30 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever it was, then go long. But instead of going across the ground, we went straight down the ground, where we had been very poor in all facets of the game this weekend. And we lost it, and then they got obviously the rebound after the clearance. And it was tough to see because we had it in our control.
Yeah.
And we didn't maximize on our control. We could have moved the ball in a different way, and we were could have soaked up time. But at the end of the day, it was great sitting here, being in West Australia, and seeing at least Port get us through.
Yeah.
So we've got that to beckon on.
We do.
We can now regroup, regenerate, and we'll be all right for the next 2 weeks. We'll be all right.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks so much for calling in, mate.
Nah. Great to speak to you again, Terry.
All right, mate.
We'll
Speak to you in a
go
couple
again.
of weeks. We'll go again.
Bloody
Good on
oath.
you. See you, mate.
See you, mate.
Connor, if I win the raffle, do I join you live on YouTube? What's the plan? No. I will just spin the wheel. Whoever's name gets called out, if they've left their phone number, I'll call them, and then I'll send them the Guernsey. All right, I've got 3 more. We've got Lucinda, we've got Dan, and we'll finish with Mark. Lucinda.
Can you see? What does
Yeah.
that say, Terry?
Says, we are the Navy Blues, Lucinda.
Yeah. So, that's all very useful. And, well, to be honest, I'm a manifester, but what really struck home for me within the last 7 days is I had to manifest for the emergency. So as much as I was going for the outright win, I was actually going contingency method, because what I was expecting was very close all the way, or we're just a little ahead. So in a way, I was like, well, fuck, I didn't want to be this accurate, but I knew that Port was winning regardless, but I just wanted it to be off our own boot. We were a bit unlucky in like the dying 2 minutes. You can't blame Kennedy's miss or Kemp's miss. It's just rotten luck that we didn't do some out of bounds or, some, ball ups or whatever. But I was so confident that Port would get it done that I knew that we were through anyway. And then, of course, I'm literally still soaked because of the storm, even now, and it's 10. So I'm like, okay, so we're storming into finals anyway. Thank you for letting me know that it wasn't a total waste of my time. And then obviously the Port result happened, which was really fun. And here we are. So you've been asking people, can we beat Brisbane? Well, there's 2 sides on the oval. Number 1, I haven't looked at our previous 5 or the statistics, but the prelim that I lived, what I analysed about that first quarter was after our, spree, as it were, a lot of tall Brisbane guys were marking behind us. And we still had another, I think, 8 opportunities to get 3 and the win. So because we've had deep finals, it's wonderful that it's Brisbane because we've already got come from behind confidence in the present year. They're not going to waste this opportunity. They've got deep finals experience. It's just all very awesome energies and all vibes.
Yeah.
But that being said, it could be a cliffhanger and maybe we're owed one now.
Well, one thing is for sure. We're alive for one more game.
At
So
least.
one more game at a time. And that's
Well,
the
I
beauty of it.
actually,
I think
sorry
no
to
matter
cut you off,
what
my volume's very low. I think that's the rain's fault. I hope that it's not water damage, but we'll see.
I was
I
saying, I
literally
think.
said to
Oh, okay, go for it.
I literally said to Christine, at this point, including the St Kilda game, we have to basically win 4 grand finals to play and then win the grand final. That's essentially the caliber of who we're playing, and that's what we have to get done. So if it's 3 interstate ones and we still flag out of nowhere, people can't say we didn't earn it and didn't deserve it.
Yeah. Amen. Lucinda, love your work.
I'll see you next Saturday.
You'll see me next Saturday. Go Blues.
Yep. Go Blues. Ciao. See you,
ya.
everyone.
Dan,
Oi.
what's happening?
So I've got a makeshift thing. Mate, what a day.
Yep.
That was serious, wasn't it?
That was
Was that worse than round 23 for you?
No,
2 years
no,
ago?
but no, nothing will ever be that bad. It was
Oh,
it was
I
really
don't
weird
know.
when the goal goes through, like there was that same sort of moment, like, oh my god, Cozzy Pickett, Jamie Elliott, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
it just didn't have the same. Like I was devastated, but it didn't have the same sting to it. It was probably because
we're used to it.
Used to it, exactly.
Because we're
Exactly.
fucking cursed.
Yeah.
It's so fucked. We
No,
just
but the curse
can't.
was broken, mate. The luck went
Mm.
to our favor today.
Yeah. Until we do it, I think that's until we do it.
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
we've got to. Yeah, exactly right.
we
Well,
just got to fix that.
a couple of years ago, it was unlucky against us because it was 0.6% out of finals. 2 years later,
Yeah.
the result goes our way.
It was just we sat there. I had both of the kids, one each side, and we sat there for a good 15, 20 minutes. And there was a few of us sitting all around us, and we just sat there. And then I saw the rain come in. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And that was something, I must say. And I mean, I don't know about you. Did you think that we played okay today?
I thought we played okay.
Considering.
Yeah, I thought we played poorly in the first half, if I'm honest. Like shit. And then I thought the third quarter was better. And then I thought the fourth quarter was good. I thought we were good in the fourth. Like we just went for it.
Yeah, I'm watching the replay now. I've almost finished the first, and I don't know. I didn't think we were that bad throughout the whole game. It was obviously a bit scrappy first quarter between both teams. But I mean, considering the outs and considering our non-existent forward line, geez, Moya needed to play the whole game. I think that would have been the difference today.
Yeah,
Moya played the whole game. We win that.
Gee, I tell you what, if we did lose, if we didn't play finals, there'd be a lot of what if, why did Orazio play? I don't know. I mean, Orazio had nice moments, but I really did think that game was calling out for a forward with presence, and Kemp just didn't have it today, last week. And that's okay.
He only had it last week because of who the opposition was. Everyone was on the Kemp's our third tall now. I'm like, no.
He's a swing man.
No. Moya he's a player, mate. Watching him live, you can tell when you're watching live, not on TV. It makes such a big difference.
Yeah. He's ready for it. He's hungry for it.
Yeah.
So
the one thing I was disappointed with losing was the fact that those guys like your Lords and your Bins and your Moyers and your Cowans and all those young guys, they're still they're experiencing that shit. You know what I mean? I don't want them to experience that shit. You know what I mean? I just don't want them to be fucking just. It just sickens me the fact that they had to go through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the moment, I mean, early in the game, I think I mentioned it earlier. I mean, Durden and Kennedy, both those set shots, like, boys, we've got to be nailing them. Like, you just
got to be nailing them.
Got to be nailing them. The ones that are on angles, like, it's tough. But those ones, in particular, like, come on.
Just every day of the week, mate. They are fucking regulation.
Yeah.
I was speaking to some of the dads because Miller plays football, and some of the dads yesterday were at this local, and I've said this to a lot of people at the ground, even to oldies. I always ask oldies. I'm like, what is one part of the game that hasn't changed? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I go, the fucking scoreline. I go, you look from 1920s to now, and you look at Div 4 reserves to AFL football, and the score lines are the same. They're 13-9. They're fucking 15-10. And you've got AFL footballers missing inside an indoor stadium from right in front. It's just fucking, it's criminal.
Yeah.
And it's just going to continue hurting us when we keep doing it.
Till we learn. So hopefully today is that learning moment.
Are you going to the game?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I need to process. I'm a little bit cooked right now, to be honest. I'm coming to the end. I'm ready for bed.
Yeah, because is it looking like it's Saturday night?
Yeah.
Because I can go because we're going to Noosa on the Saturday during the day.
Nice.
So I'm just going to try to obviously fucking work out how we get tickets. You know, hopefully we can get tickets through our membership, and that's it.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm going to move on.
Catch you, mate.
All right, mate. Ciao.
Okay, ciao.
Mark, are you driving? No? All right.
No.
Hello, mate.
Let me explain to you, right? Okay. Even though the engine is on, I was on 2% left, and I left you a message saying, "Look, mate, I want to try and get this done in and out. I've got the phone charging. I ain't moving anywhere." So that's how today's been. I'm 2%. We lose it in the last 12 seconds. I couldn't even go elsewhere. I mean, I'm in the city at Crown still at the moment. I had to watch the whole game, Freo and Port. I couldn't do whatever else I was doing because I had to watch that. Just like everybody else in the whole country of Australia. I mean, Jesus. I mean, to be fair, for a moment, it was like 2022. The only difference was that the very last game, we had to actually watch it compared to like when St Kilda played Sydney in the last game at Docklands of 2022. That meant nothing. Well, obviously at the time, it was in our hands. It was still in our hands. And that last game that obviously just occurred, an hour and a half ago, could have meant nothing. But of course, for the ratings and for all that shit, they just needed a theatre to it. But I mean, look, don't get me wrong. You would have been the same. We were absolutely filthy that we fucking lost it today. However, we are God sent relief, and thank you, Port Adelaide. Which look, we're old enough to understand this. You don't want this to happen this way. However, look, I think of this way: we beat Freo at Gather Round. That was probably maybe the difference. You can think of so many other ways. It's been a crazy year. We are there, and it's a relief. It's the first time since 09, 10, and 11 that we've played consecutive finals. So, it's still a pass, but it's still it's as I told you many times and everyone else before. Every time you play finals, it's always a pass. Okay. Now we're going to have to do, we're going to have to do it the hard way again, but we're going to have to do it.
Oh, he might have had a phone dying situation. Mark, you there?
Yo.
Oh.
My mum's trying to ring me, and I fucking hate that she's having to do that. Sorry if you're listening, but I'm on. Just wait. Hang on. Just wait. I'm on the fan cams. God, everybody's hearing me now. Wait. Sorry, mate. No. Hang on. Hey, we're doing this. We are doing
I'm
this
here.
shit, all right?
We are
Yeah,
here.
no worries. As long as the phone is still charging. Oh, jeez, it's not looking good. But anyways, what was I saying before? Oh, yeah. We're there. We're looking to possibly get, what, 6, 7, 8 changes. Could I just say this? Does Sam Doherty all of a sudden return?
It's a good question.
Does the man he doesn't die. If he fought for this country, Australia, in the war, the man does not die. I mean, it sounds crazy to even say that, but I mean, look, as much as how can I say, Jack Silvani, if I'm going a little bit off the topic here, but still with the news, we know obviously he ain't going to be there this year, but I was just thinking, what could he maybe learn from Doc, considering he's had to go through testicular cancer, the ACLs, and isn't it interesting it's come full circle that he did his knee against Brisbane in the opening round, and remember, we didn't have Walsh and Wiedering, and with the prospect of who we're potentially going to get, look, I don't know about you and to everyone else that's still watching in the final moments of this crazy year, are we better off playing Brisbane at the Gabba than having to play an informed Bulldogs Hawthorn in the elimination final? To be fair, I'm happy that, yeah, we're there. And I am better off that we do play Brisbane at the Gabba because they're under that much pressure. They're in their 6th consecutive final series. And they know that last year was their opportunity. If we happen to go over there in 2 weeks' time and knock them over, well, think of this, right? This current group, they're 2 wins and 1 loss in finals. And trust me, they were heart-beating ones like today, thinking that we weren't going to be there, but we are there, as I've said again. So we've got to take some form of confidence in that. And remember, if we are going to create unwarranted history, we've never won an interstate final, people. Just remember that. Whether you're near 100 years of age or around our age or newborns, everybody that's watching, we've never won an interstate final. And if we're going to do the unthinkable to win our 17th flag, we're going to have to go to Brisbane. You got Sydney GWS. Well, the loser of that, it's either the central part of Sydney or the west of Sydney, if we then get there. And then as weird as that sounds, right, this is all just prosperity. Obviously, nothing's a given, but this is the setup if it was to be this way. Port Adelaide beat Geelong. Well, then they'll get a home prelim. And then if we happen to go through Brisbane and Sydney, whether it's the west or central, then it's them in a prelim at the Adelaide Oval. So the only way we'll be at the MCG is we'd have to, mate, seriously, it's like we're going to have to go through Afghanistan, the United Kingdom, America, Brazil, name any, mate, Tel Aviv. We'll go anywhere. We will go everywhere and anywhere. That's how crazy this is.
That's the way it's got to
We need the
be.
Sheik. We will need the Sheik, as you would know from your background. We'll need the Sheik himself.
We'll need the Sheik.
To
Absolutely.
give us some good, to give us some mighty spirit. But yeah, look, as you know, as far as the game, yeah, first half was obviously really disappointing. Fought hard in the third. We dominated the last quarter, and you can tell from what we had out there that we were giving it everything, from us supporters cheering on to the boys really just doing whatever they could, you know. I mean, it's funny how Ashton Moyer, he's played 2 quarters, he's kicked 2 goals, right? Just think of that for a moment. Why don't we give the kid an opportunity? Why don't we give the kid an opportunity? You know,
Reward it.
Look, well, why not? You know, look,
Yeah.
obviously you don't want to. Look, you don't want to. Look, sorry, Terry, but look, I will quickly finish up because the phone's about to die. But look, I don't want to blame Brody Kemp, but look, it is a bit of a, you know, fortnightly last minute that he's had to play forward. You know, he kicks that. You pretty much think we wrap it up. Wasn't meant to be. And then the rest of it happened that way. It's, I mean, could I just say very quickly before we do wrap this up, what was your earlier responses that you had? Because obviously, you know, you had the despair of heartbreak and frustration. And then I'm sure the last hour and a bit, it's like absolute relief. This has probably been the most craziest 3 hours that you would have probably had on this show, you know, because we've gone from fuck to then hell yes.
It's
crazy.
it's without a doubt, it's been the most unique fan cams that we've ever done, without a doubt.
Look, at the end of the day, it hurts, but at the same time, we're there. So it's
We're
as you know,
there.
it's a new season. It's a new season. So bring it on. Bring it on. Bring on all of
Absolutely.
Australia. Just bring on the world. Bring on the world.
Looking forward to seeing you here on the fan cams in a couple of weeks, mate.
Well, thanks, mate. And yes, considering that I'm out, can't do what everyone's been looking for, but we'll see. If we can somehow do the unthinkable, maybe those bells could be ringing.
Maybe, mate. Good on you. Thanks for
Mate.
calling in.
Look after yourself.
See you, mate.
Bye.
We've got one more. It's actually the birthday boy.
Hey, mate.
How you going?
Mentally exhausted.
Happy birthday, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate. I think this will be definitely a birthday I won't ever forget. So, fuck. I'm exhausted, bro. That really killed me. Like the last. Why do they do this, man? Why? Oh,
Yeah. I
every
don't know.
fucking year.
I don't know.
I'm just glad we're there. We're going to be there, mate. That's all that matters, I think. So
Is this just? I mean, this is classic Carlton, is it not?
it is, mate. This is the epitome of being a Carlton supporter.
Like,
This is literally it.
I watched the games yesterday. Every team that needed to win, they won by way more than what they needed to. Hawthorn taking the piss. Geelong taking the piss. What was the other one? Whatever.
Oh,
Whatever it was. Oh,
yeah.
Brisbane got the job done. And then you get to us and we get there in the end. But the way in which we have to live through the day to get there is like, it just has to be drama fueled. You know?
Typical Carlton, mate. It's just always drama filled. I was honestly, when I got home from the game, I was so flat and I was going to come on. I just thought I would wait to see what happened with the Port Freo result. So I thought I'd pop in now. And my sister came in. She's like, "Oh, are you going to go on Bull Abroad?" They're still going. I'm like, they're still, like, Terry's still going. I'm like, fuck, I'll get on. Why not? But, mate,
like,
I think I'm just so glad we're going to be there.
Yeah. Mate, the reality was I hit go live tonight, and in my head, I said to myself, this will be the last session for the year.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I mentally prepared for the session.
Yeah.
And that was really sad. That was really like, I need a break. I need a week off. Great. But I don't want it to end.
Neither.
I think everyone just needs a refresh, just a
Yeah.
week off, reset mentally, physically, spiritually, and then fucking launch into Brisbane, mate. You know?
Why not?
Why
Seriously, why not? I know a lot of people have said, I don't know if this is the rhetoric you've gotten through fan camps tonight. Has many people, or even in the chat, said we don't deserve to be there?
Oh, to be honest, there's been a lot of messages in the chat. I haven't really seen all of it, but I mean, I would assume someone probably thinks that we don't deserve to be there. I don't know.
We've won enough games. We're there.
True.
We can give it a shake.
Yeah.
Mate, we might bomb out week 1 in Brisbane. I hope we don't. And I don't think we will. But we might.
Yeah.
We might, though, create some history and win the first ever premiership from 8th. Why the fuck not, you know? Seriously, I look at the ins that are coming in. McGovern, Kerno, Mackay. These aren't just some fucking VFL players. These are good players, and we beat them at the Gabba earlier this year. I think we get through Brisbane week 1, whatever happens, and we just keep going. They dug themselves out of that hole last year that they were in. We can do this. I believe in the boys. But fuck, what a day. I'm still struggling to fuck the amount my phone, man, was blowing up. Everyone asking me, how you going? Are you all right? I'm like, I'm not really. Got home, Mum just, you know, instead of having cake, I was just dead silent. Fucking dead silent. Bro, I had to excuse myself from my own family birthday early to go to the game today. I felt so bad. But I
Wow.
left my own birthday party early to go to the fucking game. And then by the end of it, I was like, why the fuck do I do this shit? But anyways, we're there. So
How old did you turn today?
22, mate.
22. My parents strip tits in my face, ain't it?
Bro. That's fucking
Anyway.
real. They've delivered me a 22nd birthday that I don't think I'll ever forget, and it was a very weird day. But go the fucking Blues, mate. We're there.
We're there.
We're there. How are you feeling now? You'd be exhausted.
I'm
I
exhausted.
can tell.
Yeah, I'm Delulu at the moment.
Yeah.
Delulu. But got one more after you. Jad's just come into the waiting room.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna get a big night's sleep, process everything, and we got one more game to go.
That's it. No, mate, no. 4 more games to go.
Well, 4 more, but you can only go one at a time.
One at a time, but 4 more.
Yep.
Good night,
Love
mate.
it.
Have a good
Love
rest.
you, mate.
Go the Blues.
Go the Blues. Jad.
Carlton's out of the 8. Carlton's out of the 8. Fuck you, Collingwood. Carlton's out of the 8.
He's got the collars on. Unbelievable.
Knock, knock. Who's there? We're 14th and we beat a skeleton crew, Carlton. Go fuck yourselves, you irrelevant dogs. That's all you'll ever fucking be. That's all you'll ever be. Oh, feels good to be the king, Terry. Feels fucking great.
I can't believe you're wearing the collars.
Oh, I never gave in, mate. Fucking never gave in. Of course I'm wearing the fucking collars. Of course I'm wearing the collars.
I don't know if I love you or
Well, you know what? I hate myself, so there's nothing you can do to me, mate. There's nothing you can say or do. 15 seconds to go, Higgins kicks a goal. You think that hurts me? You think that hurts me? Does that hurt us? Fuck off. Well, grow up, 15-second winner. Yeah, all right. Good on you. I'm exhausted.
You just won the fan cams.
Yeah, hanging in the livery, hanging in the livery, hanging in. Is that, yeah.
They broke you. They've actually cooked us. They've cooked us. Can you script today? Like, think about what happened today. The laid out McGovern, like another one. You just like the long bombing early, then a little bit of hope, and then like the Saints ball movement, kicking it on the fat side 2 in a row, didn't learn, and then we go for it in the 4th. Motlop puts us up, and then Kemp has a shot, and you're like, we're going to ice the clock here. Oh, and then Higgins, and then Port. Like, what is today?
There's no look. You can tell my brains are scattered.
Yeah.
I don't know what fucking day it is tomorrow, but you know what? I'm just going to put it down to this, bro. That Saints game today, that was essentially mission impossible. If you really look at the outs and you look at the matchups we had to fucking go through, and for us to arguably, like, we were ahead for till the last 15 seconds, that says a lot about how shit they are, the Saints, forever and ever, never going to change. And that shows it says a lot even more about us. For all my criticisms of the coaching this year and individual players, you can't deny that they have ticker. They've got serious ticker. They had no right to even be near St Kilda today. Like, if you just analyse those outs, it's not possible.
Yeah.
And the fact that they busted their fucking guts to even get in front and dominate our last quarter with those matchups that we had to go through. What Port did to Freo, I'm just looking at it as a nice big fucking reward. I don't care what they say, we deserve it. These, not us, the players deserve it. Those odds were if you know footy, those odds were insurmountable. You're telling me that forward line's got to pierce through Wilkie and Howard. So you know what footy has a funny way of giving things back to you, as much as it takes away from you. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
so
footy gods are real. It does this. It does that. Yeah, go on.
So all of a sudden, does the fact that we banked wins now come and work in our favor? Like, when you start, you know how like the criticism of us as being, you didn't start seasons well. Did 11-4 give us some tickets, and we left the last one till the end? Like, I don't know what to make of it.
Well, that's so true. I didn't think of that, but that makes sense because, mate, we finished 8th.
Yeah.
Like, we're there now. So those early wins did help. But I just think where we failed this year is just managing the year.
Yeah.
Just managing the year. Maybe inexperienced people in those spots.
Yeah.
Got to go through it to get better.
We were
And
forced
we will. Sorry, bro. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going to say we were forced to play these kids, and the lesson might have been you probably should have had 5 or 6 games into some of them before today.
Can Ashton Moyer eat your heart out?
Mate, he's got it.
They all. I got a glimpse of someone's fan cams earlier. I can't remember the name. Sorry, but they didn't look out of place. Whoever said that, it's so true.
Yeah.
That was a full strength St Kilda. Like, that's. I died and I was reborn again today. Died and reborn.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good way to put it.
reborn to win the fucking flag.
So, like, what you believe? Can we do it? Like, where is your head at?
I believe we went up to Brisbane last year. We ran out of steam. We went back to Brisbane this year. We stared down those demons and we won. And then we got a week off, some players back. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Like, why not? Like, we're there. Let's have fun with it. Even if we get smashed, I'm going to enjoy it. Fuck it. Who cares? We will dissect the year and all its failures when the time is right.
Agreed.
But unfortunately, the time is not right now because we're in it. We're in it. Fuck everyone. Good night, Terry.
Good night, Jad. I think that calls for a trumpet. Hey. All right. Well, that concludes one of the most batshit crazy fan cams that there probably will ever be, right? Like, that's batshit crazy what we just went through for the last 3 hours and 33 minutes. That was, I don't even know. It was wow, Aiden, wow. I don't really know how to sum that up right now. That was just whatever it was. Thanks to everyone that tuned in. Thanks to everyone that called in. Thanks to everyone that donated. Thanks to everyone that hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button and you're watching and you're on YouTube, please do, so you can help spread the channel. Connor, when the raffle done, how many? There will be one winner. One winner for the Guernsey. One winner for the Charlie Curnow signed match worn Guernsey. Just one. So get your raffle tickets. I told you, if there's one thing I got right in a number of things that I get wrong every year. The one thing I got right was that was not the last team show. So we go again. Okay. Well, get some sleep. Tomorrow's a massive day. We've got the review. We've got ratings at 5, Blue Abroad show at 7, Almost Blues Brothers. I think they're going to be good to go for 8 p.m. And we go again. We're alive. We get reflections with Ari again. It's just so good. It's so good. Much love to everyone. The Blues are alive and anything's possible. And that's that. Go Blues.